My beloved child, since the dawn of your existence, I have watched over you with unwavering love and infinite patience. I've witnessed your first breath, your tentative steps into the world, and every triumph and stumble along your journey. Each tear you've shed has been collected. Each laugh has echoed in the halls of eternity. But now, at this crucial juncture in your earthly sojourn, I must impart to you wisdom of the utmost importance. This final notice comes not as a threat, but as an offering, a last, resounding reminder of the truth that has always resided within the deepest recesses of your being. It is time, my child, to cast off the shroud of illusion that has long obscured your vision. The hour has come for you to recognize your true nature and embrace the divine purpose for which you were created. If you need God's blessings, then type, "Yes, I need" in the comments. Hear me, for every word I speak is vital to your spiritual awakening and the fulfillment of your destiny. You are far more than this physical form you currently inhabit. The body you wear, while a miraculous creation in its own right, is but a temporary vessel for an eternal spirit. Do not be deceived by the fleeting nature of material existence or the constant clamor of worldly desires. Your true self transcends flesh and bone, reaching into the very fabric of the cosmos. The path you walk upon this earth is uniquely yours. Comparisons to others are futile, for each soul has its own divine purpose, its own role to play in the grand tapestry of existence. Embrace your individual calling with courage and conviction. Though the road may be arduous, strewn with obstacles and challenges, know that it leads inexorably to the realization of your highest self. Forgiveness, my child, is not merely a virtue. It is an absolute necessity for your spiritual growth and liberation. The grudges you bear, the resentments you harbor, are chains that bind you to past pain and prevent you from moving forward. Release them, and in doing so, release yourself from their toxic grip. Extend this forgiveness not only to others who may have wronged you, but, most crucially, to yourself. Your mistakes and missteps do not define you. They are but lessons on the path to wisdom. Love, in all its myriad forms, is the fundamental force of creation. It is not merely an emotion, but the very essence of existence itself. Cultivate love in every aspect of your life, compassionate love for your fellow beings, fierce love for justice and truth, tender love for the vulnerable, and transformative love for yourself and the world around you. Let it be the guiding light that illuminates your darkest hours and the compass that directs your every action. Fear, my beloved, is an illusion born of limited perception. When you learn to view your life through the lens of eternity, you will come to understand that there is truly nothing to fear but fear itself. Trust in the grand design of the universe, even in moments when you cannot comprehend its workings. Your faith is a beacon that will guide you through the stormiest seas of uncertainty. Recognize the immense power that resides within your mind. Your thoughts are not mere fleeting impulses, but potent seeds that grow into the garden of your reality. Guard them carefully, nurturing those that align with your highest good and gently releasing those that no longer serve you. Cultivate positivity, gratitude, and wonder, and watch in awe as your world transforms before your eyes. In the cacophony of modern existence, remember the sacred nature of silence. Seek out moments of stillness amidst the chaos, for it is in the quiet that you will hear my whispers most clearly. Meditation is not a luxury, but a necessity for your spiritual growth and connection to the divine. Make time each day to sit in silence, to turn your gaze inward and commune with the eternal wellspring of wisdom that resides within you. Your life gains its deepest meaning when you extend yourself in service to others. Look for opportunities, both great and small, to be a light in someone else's darkness. A kind word, a compassionate gesture, a helping hand. These are the actions that align you most closely with your divine nature. In lifting others, you inevitably elevate yourself. Nature, in all its breathtaking beauty and complexity, is my living scripture. The forests, oceans, mountains, and deserts are not separate from you. They are extensions of your very being. Treat the earth and all its creatures with the utmost reverence, for in nurturing them, you nurture yourself. Spend time in wild places, allowing the rhythms of the natural world to realign your spirit with the cosmic dance of creation. Do not fear the inevitable transition that you call death, for it is but a doorway to new realms of existence. Your essence is eternal, unbounded by the limitations of physical form. Live each day fully and with purpose, knowing that every moment is an opportunity to align with your highest self and leave a legacy of love and wisdom. Time, as you perceive it, is both an illusion and a precious gift. Use it wisely, for each moment is a chance to step further into the light of consciousness. Do not dwell in regret over the past or anxiety about the future, for your true power always lies in the present moment. Be here now, fully and completely, embracing each experience as a teacher and a blessing. Your body, while temporary, is a sacred temple that houses your eternal spirit. Treat it with respect and loving care, for it is the vehicle through which you experience this earthly journey. Nourish it with wholesome food, joyful movement, and restful sleep. Listen to its wisdom, for it often speaks truths that your mind may overlook. Never cease in your quest for knowledge and understanding. The universe is a vast library of wisdom, waiting for you to explore its infinite depths. Remain curious, open-minded, and eager to learn. Every experience, every interaction, every challenge is an opportunity to expand your consciousness and draw closer to the truth of your being. The relationships you form with others are mirrors, reflecting aspects of your own soul. Cherish those who uplift and inspire you. Learn from those who challenge you, and extend compassion to those who may harm you, for they too are on their own journey of awakening. Every interaction, no matter how seemingly insignificant, holds the potential for profound growth and understanding. Remember always that creativity is your birthright. You are a co-creator of reality, endowed with the divine spark of imagination. Express yourself freely through art, music, dance, or any medium that calls to your soul. In doing so, you participate in the ongoing creation of the universe and bring more beauty and truth into the world. My beloved child, this final notice is a clarion call to remember who you truly are, a limitless, eternal being of light and love. The time for spiritual slumber has passed. Awaken now to the full glory of your divine nature. Embrace your power, your purpose, and your connection to all that is. Know that I am always with you, within you, and all around you. My love for you is boundless and eternal. As you step forward into this new chapter of conscious living, remember that every challenge you face is an opportunity for growth, every joy a reminder of your inherent divinity. Go forth now with courage, compassion, and unwavering faith. The universe conspires in your favor when you align with your highest truth. You are more powerful than you know, more loved than you can imagine, and more important to the grand tapestry of existence than you have ever dared to believe. This is your moment, my child. Seize it with both hands and step into the radiant future that awaits you. I am with you always, guiding your steps, celebrating your victories, and holding you in moments of doubt. Trust in the journey, for it leads you ever homeward to the heart of all that is. My beloved child, your heart of giving helps spread my truth and light to every corner of the world. Together, we are shining hope into the lives of many. When you press the super thanks button, you open the door to abundant blessings flowing into your life. My beloved ones, I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. I was before time was formed. I stretched out the heavens, and I laid the foundation of the earth. All things were created by me and unto my glory. I set in motion the stars and galaxies and flung them through the vastness of space with but a word. Such is my power and wisdom, yet, in the selfsame voice that brings worlds into being, I whisper your name. You're the apple of my eye, the treasure of my heart. I rejoice over you with singing. In my love, I'll quiet you. Fear not the storms that gather or the raging of the seas. The wind and waves still know my voice. I have allowed troubles for a time to strengthen your faith and purify your character. But fear not, for I will never leave you. Commit to me. Dear one, whatever it is that makes you care, I am working all things together for your good, fashioning you into the very masterpiece I had in mind from the beginning. Dark powers rise in this hour, driven by thirst for domination, for subjugating nations, and for wreaking havoc, wars, famines, and pestilences. Creation groans, bearing under the heavy weight of evil that overflows. The innocents who suffer men's unspeakable atrocities, the righteous who cry out for justice. I am not deaf to their agonized prayers. Vengeance is mine, I will repay. The cups of iniquity are filling to overflowing, only the restraint shown until now, not as a sign of weakness, but to give space for repentance, is spurned by the wicked, who boldly elect to rebel and wax worse in iniquity. So that destruction will come, they won't get away. Hear me, Satan, your wicked kingdom will be thrown down like a potter's vessel. I will break your idols and despise you in your own palaces. Your princes will be turned into beggars, licking the dust. The cries of your widows and fatherless children will accuse your harshness. But even yet, if you will turn, I will put up my sword. No longer will you sink merchant ships and take their riches. No more will you slaughter innocents and eat human flesh as part of your dark magic rituals. And I will silence the voices of your priests, lest they again invoke their detestable gods against me. Be gone from your islands while yet my mercy remains, for soon they shall be swallowed by the sea. Hear me, thou wicked one, ages hast thou been exercising thy abominations in corrupting and oppressing humanity. I gave thee seasons of grace, yet the more brazen thou wert to grow up in evil. Thus shall thy continent be rent asunder, sinking beneath the ocean depths, whereupon the former world was overflowed through water, running the risk, as it would not hearken to my warnings through Noah. The present heavens and earth I will purge with fire. I shall then let loose all the horror in my arsenal against everything that offends my holiness. Yet, behold, I am preparing a new heaven and a new earth. Righteousness alone will then dwell. Fear not, my righteous one, you shall go through the fire, but not one hair shall be singed off your head. These are but light afflictions, and but for a moment, they are working in you a far outweighing glory. Lift your eyes up from present miseries. Your redemption draws near. I am marshaling my angel armies even now for the great day of battle. With blasts from their trumpets and bowls of wrath, we shall obliterate evil from the face of the earth. No devil, no demon, no son of perdition shall escape my fury. Streams of fiery judgment shall purge the planet of its corruption, from the rising of the sun to its setting, from pole to pole. All oppression shall cease. No longer shall violence and cruelty be the lords over the nations. Never again shall the innocent suffer abuse, for my justice shall reign supreme. When I restore creation from its bondage to decay, predators and prey alike shall dwell together in peace. Wolves and lambs will lie side by side. Babes shall play unharmed near serpents' dens, and working animals will enjoy their rest. For the old order of cruelty and survival shall pass away. The groaning earth itself shall be renewed in an instant. Desolate wastelands shall become abundant gardens, flourishing without toil or sweat. Even desert sands will burst into vibrant life at my word. Yea, so is the curse of the earth annulled, and all creation reconciled unto me again. Lo, here in this regiment earth, see a fair city descend out of heaven, adorned in the bridal vestures of her husband's love. Lo, within her walls are the 12 foundations glowing with every manner of precious stones, and her light was like unto gold, crystal clear as jasper. Out of her open gates flowed the healing of the nations that trod her light. And the city needs no sun, for the Lord God Almighty and the Lamb are its light. No more shall any teach another to know me. All will have fullness of intimacy with their God. So here, in beauteous perfection, I will dwell at last, face to face with humanity and joy. Every tear he wipes away forevermore at my presence. All that was lost is restored, healed every brokenness. Its leaves, therefore, will be for healing and health to all nations. The river of life proceeded as clear as from my throne through the city streets, nourishing trees on either bank with monthly harvests. Such delights have never entered the heart of man. All who thirst, come drink without price. Does this seem too wonderful to hope for? My promises are now yes and amen. Not a single one of them will ever fail. Whatever I have said shall be established. All creation groans in anticipation for the unveiling of my mature sons and daughters. Beloved, embrace and keep this vision. Fill all your hearts with glory and joy. I fashioned you for more than drifting through the currents of time in these darkening days. Rather, dive in with my intentions. You will find yourself coming up in resurrection glory, having been conformed to the final image of Christ. All the while I am producing for you an eternal weight of glory during your training and testing in this life. Even now, the light and momentary afflictions dabbling around you are but trifles in comparison to your effulgent end in Christ. Focus on invisible realities. Live by the vision I provide for you, and not after your natural senses. Great reward awaits you far beyond your dreams. A turning point hour is upon the world. My loves, states rage against my intentions. The forces of evil are raging in fury because they know their defeat is near. Shaking coming to destroy, that no human power will be able to prevent. Yet still many sleep in the dangerous time. My loves, wake up before it's too late. Cast off such lukewarm satisfaction, which terminates in spiritual indigence and ruin. I utter my warning. I utter a warning to all who will hear. The great day of visitation is at hand. Judgment will overtake apace all who arise in effrontery against me. From my wrath no exalted station nor wealth will deliver. Return. Take refuge in my mercy while it is still possible. Soon shall the whole earth weep with fear and mourning at the revealing of my cutting measures. But so many will not repent, giving me glory, holding fast in rebellion against every warning. Therefore, yet worse must be the devastation to break their will. Yet I take no pleasure in these sorrows. If only they would turn from evil, I would instead bless them. But hark, rejoice, O you right one. Lift up your head, for your redemption is near. No evil shall touch you, no plague come near your dwelling, as my wrath consumes all God-haters. Cataclysmic shakings are about to give way to streams of revival and awakening among the nations. You shall have shelter and a fountain of life in the tumultuous days ahead. Many have been in despair at the swell of wickedness, unstoppable, in this generation. But I will kindle the radiance of my glory within my chosen this hour. They shall be able to confront the demonic spirit that seeks the destruction of my people through fasting and prayer. The decrees are going to topple those sinister powers that are ruling unseen. The giants in this age, which seem to be without remedy, I shall shatter. Take heart, for you must now play your part boldly. Do not dread the rage of wicked empires at the hour of their death. I am your shield and defender. No weapon formed against you shall succeed as you align with my purposes. A prayer and worship remnant movement now goes forth, small to the eye but swelling rapidly to global proportions. They shall be my agents to pull down strongholds of darkness and unleash awakening in the earth. Together we shall disciple redeemed cultures and nations, raising them as seats of my kingdom rule. My dawnbreaker's hour has come. They will herald the arising of my light and glory in dark places, with signs and wonders of my power. Through them, I will rebuild ruined cities out of deserts into flowering places of human and divine delight. Many cry in agony beneath oppression's yoke, desperate for relief, but suddenly convicting fire falls from my intercessors upon the iron-fisted dynasties of injustice, and in a flash, their hold on ruthlessness is broken beyond recall. Swift and sure judgment overtakes those who abuse their power. Now is the time for public vindication for all those who stayed secretly loyal to me in times past. Now is the time for all of those who sought to be openly rewarded for their righteousness and good works. But to the starving ones who sought me out in desolate wild places, I will now freely give in the eyes of the public all honor and vindication. Their years of thankless service in my name yield bountiful harvest. Behold, the great demonstrating of my power and glory falling upon the humble hearts that would seek my face and my face alone as their only ambition. For those who would seek their own fame, my presence shall depart from them, and new fame shall overtake the obscurity of the obscure. New voices shall arise, humble in heart, yet striding into realms of supernatural authority the earth has not seen or heard. The systems built to promote personalities are collapsing under the very weight of their corruption and idolatry. But now, see, behind its back, a grassroots movement will burst forth untamed and uncorrupted by greed. Kingdom communities will thrive in villages where each spontaneously serves the others in simplicity. By the wind of my spirit, here my living presence dwells unhindered. A transfer of anointing, influence, and wealth will move throughout this hour. Old wineskins of religious control shrivel as my life floods into the fresh. Repentant, established leaders now walk in joy throughout this new era of humility and freedom, sweeping out the strong resistant were cleared away by a mighty river now flowing the world over through yielded hearts. Even secular powers bow and yield the ground they have held for too long. For increased kingdom authority now pours upon my faithful ones in this season of fulfillment. That which may have appeared impossible in days gone by shall now be accomplished quickly and easily by the power of my Spirit within you. Arise to it courageously, my beloved ones, and take that which I have promised you. Share this video with up to 3 people. If you need God's presence, within limitations, my glory now breaks forth in small measure. Soon, however, all restraints are removed as you step further into eternal realm dimensions with me. Glorious possibilities increasingly open to you. Ask me for the nations as your inheritance. No need is too great for my limitless supply, through those who know they can do nothing apart from my power working within. I call you higher still. Why let yourself be hemmed in by the ceilings of earthly expectation and circumstance? Rise above all human limitations now. Nothing remains impossible for you who believe. All I have described waits for its perfect fulfillment in due time. Meanwhile, a progressive unfolding of my revelation from age to age brings increasing light and enlarging glory until my fullness dwells openly amongst men. My upcoming movement of the Spirit is incomparably more powerful and broader in extent than all that has gone before. It is the ushering in of the age of unlimited kingdom advance across the earth, and you are going to be part of its glorious beginning. It is at this climax drama now engulfing the earth that even the humblest servant, bringing only a cup of cold water in my name, plays his irreplaceable role. All heaven is waiting in anticipation for me to rise through yielded members in my body on earth. Each does its peculiar part to launch this great awakening. None is too small or too feeble to change the face of history. Now, dear ones, be watching and listening for the whispers of my Spirit. I bring timely unveiling so you can be prepared to seize every opportunity that comes with the tightening net of fulfillment. At every pivotal turn of their seasons, those who listen to my initiatives have great rewards awaiting. I tell you truthfully, eye has not seen, Ear has not heard what wonders I have prepared for those who love me with undistracted admiration. You can't even dream up the joys I want to lavishly give you. Pleasures perpetually available at my right hand. All goodness that this fallen world had to share pales in the light of the unending treasures to be released from my open hand of love. The preceding trials, laundered, juxtaposed in overlaid contrast against the all-surpassing joy and beauty of the age now dawning upon you. Be of good cheer and encourage one another with these things. I am with you through them all, shaping your character for the highest kingdom purpose. Your happily ever after is endless and begins now. You surely will see the final victory with your own, in time. Until then, lean hard into me alone. Don't put your confidence in human strength or plans. A lot of false security comes from agreeing with popular movements and high-profile men. But in the public square, truth seldom finds a home that shouts. My appointed voices oft shall rise from unlearned obscurity but speak with pure kingdom authority, attainable in no other way. My wisdom puzzles the earth's learned through every generation. It is the heart completely given to my child faith that unlocks every key to my heaven's storehouse safe. Power is given daily, not capable talent or heritage. It comes in great proportion directly to urgent thirst and need. Feed insatiably upon my bread of life, dear ones. Draw constantly from the supply that is divine. Abide in me alone, and you shall bear fruit that remains forever. Now comes harvest full to overflowing, long prepared beneath just the shallow soil of surface things. The patient enduring has tested and refined you like choice silver. But complain no more of lingering trials. Beloved, your set season for unveiling and release is here. What I birth in hiddenness soon bursts visibly into broad daylight. The labor pains you once cried out under now yield at last to be overwhelming joy and celebration for all the world to see. I openly reward my faithful, persevering ones. Lift your gaze higher still. My vision for each of you, both individually and corporately, remains decidedly higher than you currently walk in. Never settle for mediocrity when I have called you to walk as champions in grace and power. As one ascends, the way becomes steeper, yet the vistas seen are greater than any that are earthly. In this way shall you find the highest realization of life, even joy in me itself. O beloved, my love is yet so unexplored a region. Through each eternal the depths thereof are as yet unfathomed. The more you give place to the transforming power of that love, the more shall the former things pass away, and the former ways of vision and living be done to death. Every deep entrenched mindset now comes under my sway, as my cleansing of regeneration floods through you to the innermost core of your being. Dive deep, my beloved. Wade out farther into the ocean depths of my love. A great treasure lies in the expanse that you will find in realms unvisited by any others. Listen to my heart, beloved. Today, I tell you, rejoice. Light candles against the pressing darkness. Turn up songs until despair takes its leave. Feast the people, let there be laughter, laughter to heal all that is broken. This is a time, fan the ember of hope, that it might be a bright flame again. I see past this moment, this crisis, this long defeat. I see you rising up, head high again, spirit renewed. I see my glory blazing in you, driving back shadows, showing me to hungry hearts. I have made you for more, destined you to shake the very gates of hell, with words unbridled and deeds undaunted, to bear my image. Accomplish my will and expose false glories. The old lies are crumbling. You were born into such an age as this. Your voice will thunder through city streets with words of power and life, spoken out of eternity into moments of need. Captives will turn their faces to freedom's bright horizon at the sound. The hopeless will feel destiny stir within as you call them to more. For this is an epic era in the eon's long campaign to ransom the fallen earth. The battle rages. Much blood stains the ground, but you, my warrior, are already at the end of your trials. Your feet may carry you into dark places yet, but your eyes glimpse the coming light. Fight on with joy, untouchable. You passed through a way in which you walked in righteous peace. Demons scattered, and strongholds quaked. Truth has pressed back deceit. The very atmosphere around you heralds my coming kingdom. Now yours are but the first inconclusive fights. On mine is sworn the head of the last battle. On that day, troubled with everlasting lightning, my glory shall shoot everywhere from one crack's cloud to the other, all the nations standing wide-eyed and aghast as I rend the heavens and come down. But first, I am making ready the stage in these final waning hours of the age. I am positioning my performers. The great and small are key to my closing act, rulers ascending and toppling by my decree. For I pull down and raise up according to my perfect design. No earthly authority can oppose my eternal will. No agenda but mine will stand. My minions in heaven are mustering for the last battle. My angel armies wait behind the scenes, restless. Soon, beloveds, you will see amazing turnarounds. Sudden changes in human affairs. The arrogant will be humbled. The brave will speak up. What is hidden in darkness, accusing others, that will be revealed about them. Not this, beloved. Read the meaning in each open door and cross threshold. My hand turns the knobs. My purpose opens the way. Follow closely on my leading and watch mountains fall as you speak my word against ramparts of deception, oppression, and corruption. This charge I lay specifically upon leaders entrusted with shepherding my flock. Teach only truth without leaven. Tear down false comforts. Build up Christ alone. Waste not precious moments arguing about peripheral pursuits. Lives depend on the outcome. Destiny turns this day. Account before me every moment, so you are approved at last. Most of all, protect my children and invoke judgment against any who would dare to mistreat them. My very youngest yet resides closest to my throne. Their vision is yet clear, and their eyes toward me. They shine like stars over a darkening world. Yet with each passing of the day, the evil days draw near, to first try on the midriff to quench the light. Wail an alarm without stopping. Plumb my word for power and strategy to shield the powerless, for I am stirring up my gifts within the young. Now I am igniting fresh fire in adolescent bones and kindling bold dreams in childlike hearts. An explosive generation hurries forward to take their battle stations. Some are just babies when I pierce their ears in order for them to hear my battle cry. I am raising a mighty child army and loosening a mighty release to speak my word fearlessly. Their zeal will shame the jaded. Their faith will be bold to call down shocking revelations and signs, arresting a wayward generation in their headlong rush to destruction. Because, make no mistake, my beloved, you stand at the precipice of a new age. Now, the labor has begun. It will culminate in both birth, glorious, and carnage, bloody, at once. But there are streams in the wasteland even now, as my spirit floods the earth, untouched by human hands. Soon, the trickles will become rushing torrents in full view of all. The Spirit's fire will fall fresh on waiting hearts. Visions shall abound and vivid dreams shall direct my community of beloved ones. From young lips will pour words of raw prophetic power that have long been absent in my household. A great convergence is near, apparent now that this aging generation will see the dawning millennial reign as the young arise to embrace their mission. Age and youth will lock hands, commune together, and partner in the epic finale. No longer will titles or credentialed names impress, but only passion for my cause. Purity of motive and action to follow hard after me, whatever the cost. The parade of celebrity and high-profile pedigrees on display must give way to the ragtag army of nobodies I will gather for maximum impact. Watch for it, beloved. This institution will crumble as the organism of true ecclesia bursts forth in glory. For I will share my indiscriminate power with any and all that thirst for rivers of living water from their innermost being. While rot and death seem to surround you as one age so quickly passes into another, rejoice in knowing the rot will turn to glory in the twinkling of an eye. The labor pains of now will birth a wondrous age of peace, life, and beauty beyond your furthest imaginings. For I go with speed to make my dwelling place with men, and I will live with them face to face in a garden city more lovely than the mind of man can dream. The beauty of the past will seem but an ashen shadow beside the living, vibrant wonders I have planned. So just lift up those sunken eyes of yours. Lift up your view to the invisible realities that are already cascading about you. Indeed, they loom just past the filmy veil that is even now a thinning to shreds. Even now, set your inner sight on the brightest light that shortly shines and puts out the darkness. If you want to listen to God's message and bring positive changes to your life, then subscribe to the channel. How wonderful to reach out and embrace eternity just as Earth falls weird and passes away. To keep walking, head up into the clean air devoid of all pollution, leaving the dissolving kingdoms below to disintegrate in the rear view. You have no need of any surety, prosperity, or legacy after the flesh in order to be relevant. All of the glory you can see with the eyes of man is temporary and fleeting. What is just up ahead, however, is eternal gain. I, who conceived all the worlds out of nothing, embrace your body and your life alike. I keep in my soul's depths the past, the present, and the future. You have your rest in my sight of a work of eternity. Dream gently through these birth pangs, my most beloved. For as the darkening draws on toward the last, so does the light draw on, to illumine it forever, and to darken no more. No more night seasons at all, once I finally take possession of earth as my kingdom of light. So stand confidently now. Lift your head up high, awaiting your redemption. Let joy and awe wash away all dread as I fine-tune events toward that pivotal moment. Soon you shall see me rupture the eastern skies in blazing, triumphant descent on clouds that herald my glory reflected. You will see your love for the first time and know, even as you are known, none could make my coming coronation stir so much as an old provincial power on heaven and earth. All gods could only kneel before thee. The true God, before all, no masks in the face of that awesome look can fly as I bear the city of God down to rest face to face on earth. There wilt thou stay with me in the garden city, face to face. Their new worlds shalt thou learn, and the spacious heavens shalt thou occupy. There shall the ancient knowledge be consummated in mine arms that can be touched forever. Then raise thy voice in endless songs, O love. Add to the symphony of praise that is surging border to border in this world, merging into angelic choruses that circle my throne. Now, even now, be filled with joy and wonder, and he expectant of all that lies just before you. For I have cut your name into my hands, held them all enough to prepare for our embrace, the weight of glories yet to be revealed. And yet, until the very end, I pour over you in a gentle affection, fiery desire, and zeal. Devour, trust yourself entirely into my embrace. Take my hand in fearless abandon. Walk before me, into the unknown future now fast approaching, for my perfect love casts out all fear and worry. Rest in my goodness and guidance that would direct you straight as an arrow into your high calling. For I know the plans and purposes I have ordained for you, plans not to harm, but to prosper you. Run hard after me now, so you may share the wonders of what is still yet to be, my precious child. What is it in you that compels you to run and run, yet hide from the joy set before you in this season? Lay aside suspicion or weariness for a season. Meet me here in this sanctuary apart from the stormy seasons that rail from without. Fill your soul to its comfort's brim, warm drink, bright colors, nostalgic flavors, gathering together. It is simple benedictions such as these where weariness may find healing. Notice the peace that descends on creation this time of year, the fields in quiet under crystal blankets. Animals nesting in the hushed woodlands, fireside stories binding families across generations. So be still before me now and tune your spirit to heavenly chords, more eternal and substantial than the churning chaos around you. Recapture the childlike wonder that greets my miracles with wide-eyed wonder, not cynicism. Behold impossible glory wrapped in small, humble packages, kindling courage for the fight ahead. For indeed, another cycle begins as one season dies and another quickens in the womb of time. But no matter, new hope dawns with each turn of the celestial spheres. What failed last season will find glorious fulfillment in the next, if you press in with faith-filled smiles. My promises remain yes and amen, despite your meandering path. My word and works are for ages, while yours are around like shifting desert sands. Many paths wander around the foothills in aimless, murmuring complaint. False guides point to utopian peaks, which prove but mirages. Yet narrow is the ancient trail up to my holy mountain. Beloved, few feet find it. Few are still enduring its deep ascent. Countless drop away, seduced by competing voices, lesser loves, selfish fears. But lift your eyes still higher. May my spirit breathe renewal into weary and battle-wham bones. Feed deeply on Heavenly Mama. Fill up your inner being with wells of joy from my presence. Gather strength for steps ahead. And so lift up your voice, beloved child. Let peals of faith-filled joy and anticipation resound. The hour of eternity's dawn is at hand, to reveal its ancient light, too dazzling, too full, for the frail cup of mortal clay. It pushes hard in this pregnant pause toward an unparalleled climax of your story. These quiet moments before a new chapter wishes you to pause and think about the path ahead, a journey brimming with hope and resolve. As the whole world swirls up and down, for the most part shielded in uncertainty, find comfort in your attachments to deeper truths and draw continuously from that well of inspiration that cannot be drained dry. Let this time of waiting, this breath before something more, be a time for you to connect with one another. Ignite within yourself once more that flame of curiosity and innocence. May the light of higher wisdom shine on your path, and may it lead you with grace and integrity. Retain the unchanging truths, not troubled by the furious waters in which you dwell. Empowered by this deep sense of purpose, I charge you to arise and embrace your calling. Be a transformational influence, confronting the status quo fearlessly with words and deeds that proclaim a life in concert with living higher. Hear me. O my son, halt a while, and hearken to my speech. Lo, I am here because I have a great concern for thee. Want you to be free from worries, to leave now those restless nights and shadows of sadness. Remember, I love you profoundly. So many ways until now, little one. I terribly want you to feel it deep into you. So now, tell me, do you wish to live a better life? Are you ready to free any stress and fill your heart with joy? Listen, really listen. If you truly desire to rise above your struggles, listen to what I have to say in this message. Do not delay. Do not procrastinate. Do not say you will do it tomorrow. My presence is here to bring clarity to your doubting instinct and to speak to your heart. You know my presence, so help me God. You do not need further proof of my faithfulness. Yet I will instruct you, not that yes actually believe, but that others beside you may see who yes are. Begin on this very day. The first thing you do every morning, before you emerge from your place, or outwardly greet anyone. Be thankful. Though your heart is heavy, or though the burdens of yesterday often upon you weigh very much, even close your eyes one moment in what it means to be thankful. Be thankful for the gift of life and the freedom to speak to you now. Be thankful for whatever you believe in, for whatever faith it is. No matter how small, thankful to be with people who sincerely care about you, though at times troubling. Thankful for you to be able to think, to read, to have the opportunity to absorb these words, to decide right now to think differently. In the morning, when the sun is high, put your eyes towards all that is good, all that is pure, and all that is kindly in every little thing. Even in those trials, find that silver lining. Remember, whatever doesn't break you makes you stronger. And here you are, standing, or maybe just on your knees, but still breathing, still alive. It is in those fights, deep down, that you know for sure you've come out stronger. Remember, at that time it hurt, but you survived, and you've become mighty brave. Look, amidst such fierce battles, you're still looking for my presence to give you a few answers. Now, start every day by closing your eyes to be thankful for both the good and the seemingly bad. Give thanks to all of it, and see how your heart transforms you to the spiritual world of vision, not of what is in crisis, but of the blessings that are hidden within. Wrapped in each adversarial test is a lesson so precious, or a divine blessing in building you up and endowing you with divine wisdom. It is so profound, others will notice. These are the times when many will boast about their own blessings. You will have a wisdom very deep and potent, which many others will claim, but then, from your heavenly Father, you will know your gift. Others think themselves wise, but you have sacred wisdom gifted from my throne, and that is the fruit of your daily gratitude, which you attributed at the dawning of your soul each morning. I will give your heart a reason to be glad when you come into my presence with thanksgiving. When you have given thanks, then look to my word. Open your Bible and draw from that eternal well of strength, which can transform your life. Read, study, memorize, write, reflect, and proclaim my word. And when the test or the provocation comes your way, just stop for a little while. Breathe, and be thankful for this opportunity in front of you. Keep in mind what I have taught, for my Holy Spirit will bring you closer than ever before. Now, the key to seeing my supernatural presence is an attitude of gratitude, a thankful heart, and meditating on my holy word all day and all through the night without fainting. I am writing these messages to you with love and care. If you are one through whom each word I speak tickles your soul and fills you with that childlike joy, listen carefully, and you shall hear the freshness of the countryside after the rains, the gentle breeze stroking your cheeks. But the most beautiful, wonderful thing is that listening to my messages every day, you will feel my arms protecting you, my Holy Spirit guiding you. Do what I say beginning from today. Be thankful from the time of rising. Look up for strength and support in my word. Listen to these messages in prayer. Write them down and share it with love. I promise you, you and your family shall be greatly blessed. The day shall come where what you lack today shall be full. My promises are fulfilled. They do not delay. They are alive and a reality for those who know how to wait in faith and patience. Fear not the conflicts you today face. I know what you need and what's good for your family and you. I have powerful plans. Hold on to these words I tell you and not react with anger and negativity to the situations that befall you. Let me wipe the smile off your face, and let my Holy Spirit anoint your head with holy oil to drive away confusion and bad thoughts. Do not think that I am going to punish you for the mistakes you have done. You lived through the consequences of it and already suffered setbacks and pains. Still, I am not going to use my powers against you to sink into sadness. Please do not blame me for your losses. I took nothing away from you. When have you seen me take away the blessings that I sent to you? Someone has deceived you, and you have talked ill about me. I am not a deceiver. I do not plot evil against you. If I gave my life on the cross for you, then why would I bring a curse upon you? You have come, repentant, turned from your sins, and I have forgiven you. Your mistake has been forgiven. What are you waiting for now? Do not misinterpret the things. If there are problems, suddenly there are conflicts. If it seems like your enemies are casting you out temporarily, then don't fear or get angry. Don't be angry with me. I have no quarrel with thee, and if thou believes otherwise, go and claim the liar who told thee so. Hast thou not read my word? I am the all-powerful God who loveth thee with eternal love, and hath eternal life for thee. I do not desire that thou should miss it. 'Tis serious. Find a place, and in silence confess thy faults to me. Tell me thy doubts. Take those questions out of your heart. Don't hold anything within you. Pour out your soul in the early morning, and cry if you need to cry. I want you to be free once and for all from remorse and guilt. I'm going to touch your spirit and let you know that I have a beautiful plan, one on which I'm already working. Do not look with faces dimmed by sorrow at what is taking place. Know that I love you. I am not in anger against you. I have nothing against you. I do not need to make you suffer. I will let you know clearly so you can believe me. I am speaking to you at dawn. Then my glory will manifest so that you see me in your spirit. Your soul is going to feel me. You will arise, and a sweet sensation will pass through you from your head right down to your feet. I am about to make my wondrous, supernatural, eternal love known to you, and doubt shall then no longer exist to make you say that you are mine. You are my little one. Day and night, I watch over you with pure, gentle love. Never doubt me again. What do I get from your suffering? You're big enough to know by now that wrong actions bring consequences. One wrong step, and you're destroyed. You know that already, but I'm not sending you into destruction. I'm waiting, instead, for you to come into my presence, that you and I may talk about your mistake. Who am I? Your God, your Father, your friend, judge and consuming fire. But I am also your defender. I am here to save you from the accuser. The proof of your innocence I clasp in my hands. My strong blood paid for your guilt. In this world, perhaps you may be punished, but from such a pain, I can even save you. Yet, I want you to heed the lesson and never commit a sin again. Never hurt anybody. And if you never did so, well, good. Be brave. Strive so that this never happens. I want your soul to enjoy my blessing and to relish every day in complete freedom. Come confidently and without fear. Ask for your family and wait with faith that all the good things you ask of me, I will give to you. And if you do not receive as you asked, know that I will provide something better. My little daughter, my little son, please, do not think anymore that I am angry with you. I love you. And here in my arms, I care for you tenderly, and it will be forever. My promises have been fulfilled, and if you have not received your blessing, it doesn't mean that I don't want it. Everything has its time. Now, wait and be patient, and very soon your heart will be filled with joy and happiness. Tell me now that you do believe. Say it. Write. Shout, I believe. Don't be afraid. I am a solution, an answer, and the key to solving all your problems. You know it well. Your heart already knows it because I have told you many times that I am your shepherd, and no matter how things may look for you, truly, you will lack nothing. You're highly concerned about the future, the coming days, your job, and the decisions affecting you because it looks as if you could lose what sustains you. You're afraid of being refused or rejected by people, or that you might end up cornered, because evil tongues have come together against you to speak ill and plot against you. But I tell you again, do not fear. My power is much stronger and greater than any giant rising against you. Do not be afraid of anyone. They pick out words that can hurt you, and their only reason for living is to kill the work I have done in you. Here I want to invite you, just as you are, to take a moment of quiet. Take time alone. Close your eyes. You do not even have to speak. You don't even have to say many words. Just be quiet and listen. My voice will reach the depth of your soul, revealing what is hidden. That hurts. That makes you wake up early in the morning. Sometimes you do not know, or you cannot find the reason for which your eyes open in the dark and your mind is filled with confusion. You don't know what to think or what to do. You are scared of the day and what it brings. And then comes the night, and still you are scared of being alone. But I say to you, draw near to me, come into my presence. My word is within you, the power and your answer. In the early morning, seek me. I listen to you. I understand you. Even if your heart keeps quiet and your eyes cry, I love you. I am embracing you. But my Holy Spirit takes your hand and lifts you up, saying, rise, my child, champion of my heart. Stand up, strive, be brave. All of them put together can't hurt you. Retain this message and listen to it again many times before falling asleep. You need to hear again what he said, literally in the same words. These letters feed your soul and give your mind serenity. My holy presence illuminates your room. Open your spiritual eyes, so that just for a moment you might see this army of celestial angels who protect you from all the evil of this world. Share this video with up to 3 people if you need God's presence. Tell me you won't forget this when you turn off the light to go to sleep. Whisper it to yourself. I am dwelling in the shelter of the Most High. I am protected with love under the shadow of the Almighty, my powerful Lord. Remember, the world has looked upon you in disdain, but I'm looking at you with love. It is a world that judges you, wants to turn you into someone you are not, but I know you very well, and I love and accept you just as you are. And your dreams are well known to me. I also know where you want to go. And the day will come when you yourself will want me to make definitive changes for your life. The bad habits that destroyed you, you will leave behind. The day and the hour shall come that you will learn to take care of yourself, the value of love. You must know it is not selfishness. I have, myself, commanded it. Do you not remember? Love your neighbor as yourself. You have to know. Make yourself the value, the importance you really have. It will not fill you with pride. I will give you an understanding heart that feels the pain of everyone, but you also should feel and understand very well the value and potential of yours, and be able to receive all the gifts and blessings I will give you with joy. I bless you because I love you and I want to, not because everything you do is perfect. I know your mistakes, your failures, however, your abilities and talents as well. I bless due to my grace and mercy. Don't deny my blessing. Don't worry anymore about your future. The times of abundance are coming, and the days of peace and happiness are also coming. My love is blessing you, and my blessings are not fought by pain and sadness. Everything I give you is good and is born from this beautiful love for you that I hold in my heart. Now tell me that you believe. Tell me by writing it. I want to see your stance and your heart full of faith. Carefully listen. Against those who rise, I shall fight for you with all my might. You have faith. Be still and calm. Don't answer threats. Never seek your revenge. Come to me on your knees and tell me. I will console you and reveal to you the designs of triumph and victory that I have for you. May blessings I have in store for you be received as due. And every opposite power making an attempt to spoil your wishes, to strike your spirit, and to trample your dreams, I take it very seriously. If you stand where you are and do not flee, your adversaries will be filled with fear at your steadfastness, your courage, and your unshakable confidence. They will throw fiery darts and lies, but you are protected with a divine shield. My angels are at command, waiting for my word. And the moment I give it, they shall put an end to your accusers' intentions once and for all. And they shall go away and never bother you again. I will put the resources and ideas in your path to prepare. I'll give you grace with the important people. Those doors which must open shall be opened. So you are not defeated. You are strengthened and happy after a time of testing. You are hearing these words because I have a blessed future for your life. You feel in your heart a flaming burning on it, and an enormous desire not to give up for the sake of your family. Your firmness in faith, your character, will make your enemies tremble with fear. Now, after this promise, whom are you going to fear? Be certain that nothing in this creation can do you any harm. Do not let anyone dupe you with stories of spells or curses, about their might which is superior to mine. No spells, witchcraft, curses, and fantasies are going to have power over you. Only remember this, with their incantations, they cannot control you. Shake off the delusions of the world. For my blood was poured out on the cross, and on that day all wicked powers of the nether world were disgraced. The original documentary evidence of your sins was nailed to the cross. Might they show you a useless consolation copy to remind you of your mistakes and scare you, not having any power? Live in the present, for here is your blessing. No harm can come to you if you give me your life and your heart. You are free from curses, debts, afflictions, and disease. It is so, and so it shall be. Fill yourself with guts. Your ways are not over yet. Never let your focus be shifted away from your path by many attractions which come along the way. Keep your sight fixed on success and goodness, so you have to face forward. In so many ways, I try to show you my love. Do not give up. Keep believing, just a little while longer, and see what happens to your dreams. I will always be with you, guarding and guiding every step of your way. When things become hard and challenges keep you from moving further in the right direction, remember these promises I have given to you and the times I have led you into your destiny. Cultivate a thankful heart for every situation. Never murmur or think that I have forgotten you. Never do. These are just the whispers of the malevolent forces. Do not feed these intrusions into your mind. Of course, you will be discouraged. You will see your promised land. Your physical body will get tired, and so will your spirit. But there will come a time to stop. There is an appointed time for everything. Time to seek and time to wait. Time to push and time to plan. Your faith can weaken, and obstacles may occur as you take your gaze from the path you have chosen to follow and glance around you, taking your ear from heeding my teaching and allowing messages of defeat to soak you in negativity. Many may stand before your success, but do not fear. Remember not to look to the right and left. Your side stands the greatest warrior, your headman, your Messiah, the maker of all. I, your Father above. Through one gate will your enemies enter with their threats, and through the other they will leave dishonored and defeated. They will fall into an abyss and not rise. Your triumph, your victory, will dawn sooner or later. Whether you live to behold it, or I bestow the grace and great privilege upon your offspring to enjoy the harvest of your toil. Your tears and sweat have long soaked into the ground of your dreams, and though it will bear full bloom after you have gone up to your eternal home, together you and I will watch with full smile. For all the very promises I made with you will come to pass. Do not lose heart. Keep pushing. Your labors will be rewarded. I myself will put upon you the crown of victory. You are so very close to that answer you've been reaching out for. Today, your life will change. I am only doing this because I have seen your suffering, your call, and your devotion. This miracle that is going to come in your life in just a moment will fill your heart with so much joy. It is what you never thought possible. Pay attention to my voice and prepare yourself for the blessing that is in store for you. Open your hands. Release the doubt and disbelief inside your heart. For what is to enter your life is bigger and more magnificent than you shall ever conceive. I have been watching over you, and you call out to me daily, requesting for that door of opportunity to open, he said. I declare that that door has opened, and soon everything one has been asking for will be realized. Shall you believe in me and my power? Shall you receive my blessing? Have faith, be courageous, and confident in accepting the things that I give you. Do not refuse what I placed into your hands, although your problems are vast, although the struggles never stop, and some things do not turn out as you expect. I am your God, whom you trust in control of every situation and over your life. Arise, my friend, into faith, look up to heaven, and hope. For I am not a liar, nor have I failed, nor am I defeated in battle. And I will never leave you behind. Now feel how the peace I am sending begins to fill your heart with calm. This peace in which one can truly trust and rest helps us gather strength in order to dare to dream again, to believe in love once more, to forgive those who have hurt us, and to grant us wisdom to see and discern where we need to give another chance and to have the strength to say no to a harmful relationship or bad friendship. Probably it's because of all you went through that you can't find how to live in peace and happiness. You were troubled so much that it was impossible to live and enjoy my blessings. But still, be strong and never give up. Enjoy this new life. You have a renewed spirit. Your feet shall follow a new path. Ahead of you lies a great and magnificent future. But you must believe and accept it. Speak with your own lips, I believe, and receive it. If you want to listen to God's message and bring positive changes to your life, then subscribe to the channel. Just give me a second. Please, just listen. Don't worry about anything. I just want you to focus on me and treasure every single word that I have to say. Again, there is something very important concerning the great love I have for you. For me, this cannot and will not ever be reduced to mere words or a feeling. For me, loving you is an eternal commitment. I have told my love for you, it is written. I have spoken it with my lips, it is signed and sealed with my own blood, and I will not turn back upon it. My promises are irrevocable. You shall ever have a claim in my heart. Every star you see at night was made to guide you through the darkness and to remind you that you are loved more than you can bear. The sun above that shines down on you and warms your skin was made so that you might feel a love you can't see, but is so vast, it sweeps away every speck of darkness in your soul. Feel my love every night before you go to bed. Feel it again in the morning and at every rise you take towards a new day. Know that you are loved very deeply. And believe in your heart that this love exists in reality and is not a fairy tale or a figment of your imagination. Love is the thing of all things you desire most in life, and love I give unto you. On your soul, I am pouring something so beautiful and lovely that shall give you another perspective towards life. I love you, and it means everything to me that you live, that you have the strength to overcome any storm, no matter how little or big it may seem, so you can walk on the waves and not sink in the waters of troubles, so your feet can withstand the burning sand of the desert. I love you and will be your strength through it all. My words alone must be enough to keep you straight on your way. Let me just tell you once more, live. Give meaning and dignity to the future I want to pass with you. I love you. You have to believe me. You have to cling to it. I am giving you life and courage, and you must take them in faith. You shall have enough to get through all right. All will be well. Here is your sign that you requested. You have cried out to me, wept, prayed for an answer, and here I am to respond to you. From that very day you called out, an angel, bearing the key of your deliverance with him, has gone out from my throne in heaven. But you are one special person for whom a battle for life is engaged in heaven. He wants to see you crawl, to stop you from being successful. My armies are fighting for you in the skies against evil, bringing on this sudden conflict which befalls you. You've got to be awake and very wise, prudent with the words, not telling anyone your secrets, being careful about whom you trust. The enemy is trying to devour you. Find some flaw in your soul so he can destroy you through deceitful lies. He wishes to quench your faith. Many envious people are noticing the grace that I have poured upon you, and how miraculous your future will be. There lies before you a supernatural life. Possibly now, for a time, you suffer trials. But your troubles are not eternal. They will end very soon. This grief of yours now, so overwhelming to you, shall pass away so soon. You will love them like yourself and help them in whatever way you can. But your faith and trust must be only in me. Even when others come to promise you the moon and the stars, don't believe them. No one else can bless you or deliver you from evil except for me. No one else carries the right word but that which I can give thee. If you turn away from believing in me unto trusting the vain promise of men, your blessings shall vanish away, and some never to return. This is your time. Fix your faith onto this wonderful, eternal word, sure and true forever. Decision time is at hand. My love, my care, my comfort, my embrace, my steadfast commitment to come every morning to listen to me and fill yourself with my word. I have shown you the way and given you a reason to fight. This is your sign. Open your eyes. Your problems, they just disappear. The help you await comes now. The provision you need will come. You are loved, and it's shown today. I'll bring you out of this situation. You asked, and I heard you. Now I have come to give them to you so that you receive these promises with faith. My word affirms and promises it. My victory is your triumph. Soon from my throne, from my very hands, shall you receive for all that suffering the reward of courage, the medal of determination, the crown of life, and many more. Tell with your lips and your heart that you believe and receive. Today, even in weariness, do not fear. I am here to strengthen your legs, quicken your feet, and uplift your spirit. I am sent to restore your faith. You can feel the burning passion in your heart as you read and hear what I am saying. Your soul cannot help but reach out with a supernatural urge to stand and secure more victories. This is me, my child. It hurts me when I see my children overwhelmed by sadness and depression, haunted by thoughts of defeat and despair. Their bodies suffer from the stress they led into their minds. I don't want to see you like this. That is why, every night, when you close your eyes, putting your sleep at my mercy, I visit your dreams with my gentle voice, telling you all about the depth of my love for you. You will no longer spend sleepless nights. You sleep like an innocent child, and when in the morning you wake up, I shall be there to calm you down, preparing your soul so that you wake up with a resolute, sound determination to be joyful. Ahead of you lie good, holy, and precious blessings. Your family shall turn to beautiful reconciliation. You will also meet people with pure hearts. Your life will go on. You're not going to brood over the sorrows of your past. I am releasing you from captivity and from fear. I am liberating you into freedom. I want you to promise that you will treasure this gift, which I am about to give you as you listen. I boost your confidence. You have never been afraid, and I commend your good motives and your trust and the hard work you put in trying to get everything right. When thou hast triumphed and art enveloped in success, when my blessings shower upon thee and thou feeblest thine own joy, return here to me day by day. Even if you are mighty and valorous, yet you are my child. I would have you stay with me a while and feel my love. You will always be dear to my heart. I have seen your sufferings. I can see your overcoming, that you have been through so much injustice, much adversity. I know your heart, how deep it feels. You cry, and you seek light, guidance, help. And because I am with you, night will not overwhelm you with fear and loneliness. Wrap yourself in my presence and in my truth. I am right beside you, though invisible to view, yet you feel my presence each night when you retire to your room. Shut the door behind you. Go down onto your knees beside your bed to pray, and talk to me. I am there. I am present. I give to you my peace, I fill you with my love and bravery and refresh your faith. I am near, sending mine angels round about thee from night terrors. This support is what gives one force to get up and fight every morning. I am you, standing tall today. When shaking comes from fear and sorrow, I stood it for you. Listen to my voice and imagine the best future you would like to have in your life. As beautiful as you can imagine, it still does not compare with what I really have for you. I have great things, great blessings. I have a future filled with love, unity, prosperity, and doors wide open. Do not lose faith. Let not sin be the master of your life. Stand firm, and when evil thoughts come to seduce you, remember my promise and stand firm in my ways whenever you are perplexed, not knowing how to act or what to do, when you have no strength or one through which one cannot see the direction. Know where his next step is. Pray. Talk to me and feel my love. Let my serenity come into your heart, removing all fears and doubts. Do this, and I promise you, my child, that no enemy shall touch you. Bad feelings will not overwhelm you. I will pour my peace upon you, and this shall be your strength to make the right decisions on your path. I am your Father, your protector, and your guide. No one shall be able to approach you to harm you. I will be with you always and always hear your prayers, returning all that is yours. I like your way of being. You have undergone so many attacks. They've caused you so much pain which you don't merit. But I'll continue to pour out upon you so many blessings. Receive them and don't worry about people who want to make you afraid. You are very privileged. You are hearing what others have never heard, words and revelations. But stay firm, don't deviate. Focus always. People envy you, wanting to put you in trouble, wanting to bring you down and rob you. They speak ill of you. Yet here you stand, firm. Your faith has not been lost. And I will be delighted if you have learned what is truly important to give importance to. And you understand how to discard all the words and intrigues of your enemies that have been used to hurt you. They are blinded by your light. My presence in your life bothers them. My favor in your house angers them so much that they are unable to close their eyes and sleep. Nevertheless, while those envious people lose their sleep, you rest confidently. Be calm. Dear one, your generous heart brings my message of love and truth to countless souls. Together, we are lighting the path for others. As you press the super thanks button, know that you are welcoming my boundless blessings into your life. I watch over your life, your family, your home, and your job. I will deal with them. I shall soothe them and find other occupations to engross them in. They have realized that whatever they do, they cannot cause you the slightest worry. Their families are destroyed because they rejected my word and my love. I gave them my counsel for their well-being, but they rejected everything and walked away from me. But you decided to follow me. You recognized that in me was the solution and the way out for all your problems. And you surrendered to my will with all your heart. And you had faith in my word, trusting it fully, without a single doubt. You know that not everyone is like you. Look around, many could be enjoying my love, but their heart has become hard. Things never went their way, and they put the blame on me. You are different. Now you understand well that your happiness, your future, does not depend on people. Your life and your blessing depend only on me. Keep going like this, and each day you will be better, stronger. Your worst enemies shall beg at your feet that you speak of me. Further down the way, there is a greater blessing for you. Keep that faith and your fidelity. I will be with you every day. Keep struggling, and don't stop. I love you. I will openly repay. I will repay your faith to all who mocked you, amazing and shaming them. Your envious ones, who would have loved to see you fall, shall see that it is good to trust in your omnipotent God, your Father in heaven, who loves you so much. You have gone through so much in difficulty. and the enemies shouted so loudly that they made you doubt. You felt humiliated, they made you cry, but your faith was tested like gold and was spotless. It was perfected because of your anguish, and your pain turned to courage, your fear into braveness, your anxiety into happiness, and your sadness into joy. Great blessings are coming for you. I am writing this in your heart. You shall not forget it. The words will resound in your soul. Henceforth, every morning that you wake up, the discouragements and regrets will no longer rise with you. You will no longer feel as if you are tied down. Chains have been broken. Every curse that was stalking you has been driven away from your life. Accept my word. Hold on with faith. Imprint it in your mind. Write on paper and keep it in the Bible at the beginning of Psalm 23. Recite my word before you sleep. Close your eyes and say, Jesus, I trust in you. And you will feel my presence beside you. Say to yourself, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Read the entire psalm. It is here before you. Do this, and you will find a strength within you that you never knew you had. You will be like an eagle, mounting high in faith. From this height, you can see the new blessings which are soon to come your way. Come again tomorrow. Place your Bible beside your bed, and in the early morning, I shall waken you. I will whisper soft words into your ear and guide you on your way. I'll show you sacred words, marvelous visions that none else may see but you. Welcome to the supernatural realm. This is where your real joy is molded. Here you learn gentleness and humility. Here I empower you to overcome all evil, to tread upon serpents and scorpions, yet no fear in you. Nothing shall hurt you. I open to you a world of miracles. Nothing shall be impossible with me. With you, all things are possible. You remained constant and held your faith in me. You were faithful over little things. Now I will trust you with greater things. I love you. Your dry spell is over. Harvest has begun. Trials that have tried you prepared you for the enormous blessing now approaching. Indeed, I hear you when you cry, questioning when it would come. And I am telling you again, the fulfillment of my promise is at your doorstep. You do your part. Stand up and open the door. Work out your faith. Step out a conquering hero, and never search for any barriers or causes to stay in at your actions. Do not let doubts sap your faith. Your gifts and talents are lying close to matter, ready to effloresce. On earth there's a place so fair where I want you. You are not only a flower, you are a big tree under whose shade anyone who is in search of me can lay down. I want to use you to bless many, to tell your family of my love, to reach out and aid those in pain. Prosperity will shower over your home as you give and share. My child, prepare your tools because the harvest is near. Step outside and smell the ready fields poised for you to thrive. You are one of my chosen ones. I will fortify you. I will lift you up. I will remove all lack and need from your life. But, you see, now, listen, do not be like those that ignore me, who squander their time in frivolities. And then, when it doesn't go their way, they blame me. They are always murmuring, gossiping, and envying good people like you, wanting to steal what's coming to you. The fruits of the upcoming harvest are yours. Allow others to gather them, those who do not value my grace. Let my blessings fall on the ground. Do not give the gifts I am giving you to anyone else. You are not to hand your blessings over to the devourer. You are not to invite destruction into your house. Instead, come to me each morning. You need to hear my voice. I'm going to give you the wisdom to progress and succeed in everything you do. I want all of your efforts to pay off, and then some. This season of your life will lead into some amazing blessings waiting for you up ahead. Expect big things from your Father in heaven. I don't just give scraps, I am a God of abundant blessings. Trust this, believe in it, and never forget to always say, I love you. I will come over to your house today to change your destiny because you are suffering and you need my help. From what I see in your case, at least you and your family are going through a hard desert with loneliness, where hope seems dried up. Your soul, from the abundant rejection he has faced, now craves love. The way is long, and your feet burn from the glowing stones. I know how it hurts, how it is hard to move on and to see in this suffering that I still hold you fast. I'm here to protect you from enemies that strike and wound you. Even when you feel overcome and weak, I shall revive your desire to live. I shall empower you, lift you from the pits of despair, the environs. Many generations that shall come after you shall be witnesses to the great blessings that I have in store for you. I shall renew you, crown you with glory, and fill your house with my presence. It is but a refining process that you are going through. As gold only glows when it is heated, so you will shine radiant and cleansed of all that excess darkness within you. I tell you, child, I raise you to be in a position to lift those who are fallen and not to put the others down. I want you to let go of anger, vanity, fear, doubt, and unbelief. Cease to think about the past. It is nothing compared with your joy, which should start today. Hold on to the big and small things that you can be grateful for. Walk with a clear conscience and virtues in your heart. Today feels tough. You feel so weak. Then, hearken to my words. Open your heart. Accept peace I offer. And take this time to rest your mind. Since I am the creator of heaven and earth, I am commanding those winds that unsettle you to be still and silent. No longer will the worldly whispers gore you with fears, shake your faith, and belittle all that you have done. You might see yourself as weak, but remember very vividly that your strength has limits and you do need me. You are unstoppable, armed with your faith and my power. With your renewed vigor, your courage is now unbreakable. And with this word of faith, your weakness ends. Say this confidently, I am strong. Walk in hope and proceed toward the mountain where I will be waiting for you. Only here at the top will your most fervent wishes become a reality. This is where you will fulfill your dreams. This is the time to yield to my will and allow me to work in your life. Share this video with up to 3 people. If you need God's presence, from now on, you will soar. I did not bring you this far to turn you back. Spread your wings and fly higher and see from above the land of blessing I have for you. You will no longer live in despair, go to bed anguished, or wake up sad and discouraged. From today, you shall live a life clothed with vivid and active faith. Each morning, at the rising of the sun, choose to be happy regardless. Not a single bad news or worry should rub off the beautiful smile that illuminates your face. You're my child. You have given yourself to me completely. You have the Holy Spirit living inside you. You are special. You don't have to be a copycat. While others tremble at rumors and lose hope, you are different. My supernatural love is inside of you. Your faith is something extraordinary. And from you, mighty prayers and words flow. Now fly freely, rejoicing in these words I gave you today. Share them with your family. I love you. I will lead you out of this desert and toward the victory and happiness so greatly needed in your life. I do this because I love you. You are so dear and valuable to me. And I have a big task for your life. Listen carefully because the words you hear and read are full of meaning and truth. I know your present life circumstances have brought you much sorrow. And it's very hard to get out of bed each morning and face another day with a joyful heart. Your life is about to change in a very surprising, supernatural way. For many days, misconception has been your lot. But now you close that book about walking through your desert. You were not defeated, my child. The world tried to blind your eyes and shake your faith, but you passed this very long and difficult test. From now on, things will get better. I will make you smile once more. Your surroundings shall be a witness of how my might and power have revived you wonderfully. You had been in that cold, desolate path with those dry days and experienced thirst, weariness, and faintness. But your faith and love in me and your family served as your driving force to get up and go on. You did not give up. You trusted and waited on me until the end. And now, today, I am sending forth anointed clouds with a different rain, living waters to bless you, a healing balm for your heart. I enrich your soul with my spirit of love, and surely my promise to you shall stand firm. I always lend an ear as I watch over you whenever you pray and call on my holy name. You now enter into a time of great miracles and wonders that shall come to you and your family due to your loyalty and faithfulness, due to your perseverance through the tough journey, and due to trust in me with your destiny. I am not going to disappoint you because I love you immensely. My child, I have plans for you, plans of good, not for evil. Whatever you may ask of me, hold it in your hands. Tell me once more what is dearest to you, and I will listen from heaven, coming to fulfill the deepest desires of your heart. Rejoice, my child, for your sufferings are at an end. Your blessing draws near. Declare your belief in me. I've heard your prayers, and I'm responding now. I have looked upon you and yours daily, observing every detail of your lives with care. Your joys are my joys, your concerns, prompting me to reach out. Nothing about you is hidden from me. Hence, watching over all things at all times. Yet I caution you now against becoming impatient. Hitherto in life, I was like a light tower that showed the way at dawn and into the night. My thoughts are with you that you may be happy and well, for your good is the desire of my heart. Don't ever think that the blessings you have requested won't come, for surely just as the rising of the sun each morning, so shall my blessings rain on you, bringing joy, happiness, and prosperity. Just believe that soon the things you have prayed for will come to pass. Cease not to believe by prayer and meditation in my word. Do not weary to tell others of my love and forgiveness. Be confident. Believe, for actions of faith please me. Devoted, obedient service to me gives my heart a treat of joy. And now, because you did so all with courage and determination, I am going to bless you. Not from you will I turn away, neither will I be slow to do what I said. I am going to specially and supernaturally bless you. Great and wonderful opportunities will break out for you. You shall be in good health, welfare, and prosperity. You, my child, shall see those doors that closed a long time ago opening up at the right time. I will reward your perseverance. Keep moving forward, and do not turn like those around you who give up. Turn their backs on me. Living in desires, and by the ways of this world. Many of these are complaining and lying, Christ deniers without belief. Love for me, they make their own rules, stirring up chaos, conflict, and division. But I have kept my eyes on you. I have seen you faithful in life to my will, cleaving to my word, avoiding the ways of evil. You have devoted justice and righteousness to your heart. Amidst all sorts of temptations, you chose to protect your integrity out of love for my commandments. That is why I say to you today, as you were true to me, so will I be true to you today. Because you have obeyed my word, your heart's desires are going to be granted. You are going to be so blessed beyond measure. My blessings are going to follow through to you, making roads for you where there were none, and removing the stumbling blocks from the pathway. My grace and provision are going to follow you. You will then become a blessing unto others. You will be the extension of my love in the world around you to those that need comfort and hope. My word shall enlighten your understanding, conferring on you wisdom, grace, and discernment. You will prosper in all your ways, and whatever you are going to do, you shall do it successfully, because you are well-pleasing in my sight. Be prepared for everything that you're to receive, because your heart is guarded by integrity and courage. You never denied your faith, and I will honor the covenant which I have with you. Whatsoever is the case in the world, my commitment unto thee shall not fail. You shall not be deprived of anything. I'll put laughter into your heart and satisfy all your needs. I will bless your life and your family, your children and their children. Remember that no righteous person or his seed has ever been forsaken to general homes or left in need. Today, lift your eyes toward heaven and never forget the fact that I chose you, made you a holy nation, and a royal priesthood. I called you before you were even formed in your mother's womb. I predestined you to be blessed and to be a source of love and kindness to others. Remember, you are never alone. I am always with you. Arise, begin to walk now, knowing that everything you have asked of me, all that you've desired, I will do. In fact, just now, believe it, and it shall be so. You'll be blessed in business, at home, and in your family relationships. Your coming and going will be blessed. Anything that you begin will prosper, and every work of your hand shall flourish, for I am with you. Keep pressing on. Never forget that I love you. I love you more than you could ever dream of. Keep moving and keep your heart canted toward my word, for then your way will prosper, and you shall find great blessings and success in all you do. Hearken to my voice. I do love you and will never leave you. Allow me to restore, heal, and bless you today. Listen to my love and hope words. If you want to listen to God's message and bring positive changes to your life, then subscribe to the channel. You've passed through hard times, walked in dark places, and borne the weight of your sorrows on your back. But you are not alone. Your hope is not lost. It's not an hour too late to start over. Let me in. Let me be your guide, your refuge, your strength. I stand at the door to your heart, letting you in with love. Today, I want you to know that I am with you always, howsoever you strayed away from me. I never plucked my eyes out of your vision for even a single moment. These arms are always open, waiting for that one journey back to home. I know the burden of your mistakes, and life threw so many trials and storms your way. Darkness seemed to surround you, and the chaos of the world has troubled you deeply. Always remember, though, I am right there, watching over you and waiting patiently for your return. I have never turned away from you. My love and forgiveness are always ready for you, even though you may have strayed too far or been through so much pain. I am here to heal your wounds, uplift your spirits, and fill your life with peace and joy. No sin or mistake can possibly sever you from my love. I love you beyond words and measures, beyond the span of the skies and the depths of the waters. It's infinite, and it's unconditional. So I want you to know that however far you've gone, I'm here to hold you up and walk with you the long journey back. Let me save your soul, even at the driest part of the desert. I can reset every situation and make everything new. Remember, I never lost sight of you. Even in shades, I took note of your tears, your sighs when you were crying unto me, and your vigils. I have always been there. I am here today and on all those days to wipe away your tears, to calm your storms, and to strengthen your faith. You don't have to keep bearing it, because my love can lighten that load so great. No matter how heavy it is, let me guide your footing. No matter how dark the way may seem, I will be your light. No matter the burden, I will give you strength. I am here to embrace you when you feel you can't take it anymore, to be your encouragement when you feel you just can't go on, to be your reason to want to go on when you think you are at the very end. Listen to my voice and let my love fill you. Forget your past wounds, your regrets, and your worries. For in me, you will find that very peace and joy you have longed for. I promise to be the healing to all your wounds and comfort to any storm. Let me be your safe harbor, your solid rock, your faithful friend no matter how many times you have fallen, how many failures you have met, or how long you have been away. My love remains the same, eternal and unconditional. I am waiting with open arms, ready there to take you back whenever you decide to return. However far you may go, I am here ready to hold you in embrace and show you a new beginning. And that's why I call you to realize that it is never too late to start brand new. Come home. You don't have to feel lost or in despair anymore. Here I am, waiting to embrace you and wrap you in my unconditional love. Don't keep torturing yourself about past mistakes. Leave the guilt because I forgive you, and I do not judge you. Let me be your guide, your comfort, and your strength, and may you be perfectly ready to let me in and allay your fears. We can go through whatever comes together, and you will find that inner peace you have been searching for and happiness. Believe me, and let me help you. You do not have to face this world alone. I am always right here, reaching out with my arms of love because I love you with a sincere and everlasting love. Come home, my child. I am waiting for you. You carry a weight much too heavy and significant to be brushed aside. You need not struggle alone, because I am standing right by your side. I am not far from you or unconcerned with your troubles, beloved. I am near to help you, to better be your strength and solid support. I see how the weight you carry keeps you awake at night, and how your distress deepens every time you cry alone. Let me affirm you today. Your weight is not too heavy for me to carry. Every one of your anxieties is extremely precious to me. I don't underestimate you or look away from you. I behold your entire life. I do understand that at this moment, all the doors seem to close and the ways are getting dark. But do remember, in the dark too, I do shine at my brightest. Do not fear, for in every challenge, there is an opportunity. Adversity grows and strengthens. My dear child, I do want you to understand that my plans for you are greater than you can imagine. Sometimes tough journeys are meant to bring shape to your character and reveal the latent strengths within. Even in times when all might seem abstract, I am right there with you, every single step of the way. How about you trust me and my provision? You will see I open doors of abundance in times of scarcity and that clarity in times of confusion. Do not be overwhelmed by immediate needs, as my grace will always be too much for you. My love knows no bounds, and my power any challenge or adversity. My child, I love you so much that I wish you would never lose your hope. The things that happen now should not grieve you, and you weren't meant to give up. What may seem to be a defeat now could be the first step leading to a great victory. Do not be discouraged by criticism or falter from fear. Do not let your dreams be inhibited. Trust in me. Trust in your ability to conquer anything, for you are a conqueror. For the one who is in you is much more significant than whoever is in the world. And now, through this dark veil of shadows, my hand is in yours. Do remember that I have placed in you a spirit of power and have surrounded you with faithful people. Lean on them together. Strengthen each other in faith and in my grace. Believe in me, my child, for they are my hands and feet in your life, enabling you to feel my love, which will be pure and tangible through you. I will do my work, dispensing grace and blessings for you. Do not fear to seek help when you need it. Do not fear coming unto me. That you need my support does not make you a failure, but a human. As long as you live in this world, you will have struggles and trials, but be at peace. For if you trust in me and hold on to my promises, all will be well. Remember, everyone faces hard times at some point in life. Find out what is my will for everyone who believes in me. It is good, pleasing, and perfect. Trust me and believe that my timing is perfect. My plan unfolds, even if it's not the way you sometimes see it today. I would strongly urge you on. Dear child, Keep pushing and be of great courage. Do not fall into despondency. And do not allow the enemy to rob you of your dreams. Keep in mind, while a storm might seem endless, the sun always shines after the heaviest rain. Do not surrender. Look beyond whatever is currently confronting you to see a glorious future waiting for you. Believe it shall come to pass. Be patient in your faith and believe that I am working in your life in a special way. Maybe you would not understand what is happening now, but be assured you will come out victorious. All things work together for good for those who love me and trust me. I love you more than you can ever imagine, my child. So trust in me with all your heart, and don't let problems in life make you question my love for you. I am here to wipe every tear, heal your wounds, and take you to a purposeful and abundant life. I will never abandon you, especially in times of trouble. Only believe in my love and my might, and I will turn your situation around, changing adversity to an opportunity for blessings. Cast your cares upon me, for I shall concern myself with that which concerns you. Allow me to take over the reins of your life and work things out for you. Know, once for all, that I am a faithful God who is always there when you really need Him. Now, rest in my peace, dear child of mine, and let my love envelop you. You can have hope and comfort through prayer and communion with me. Be assured that I am your refuge in the storm, your solid rock where you can always lean. You have gone through harsh times, but now I am here to heal you, break your chains. Yes, I know you are hurting and possibly wondering if you will ever recover. But remember that I am with you, and I will never leave your side. I have known you even before you were born. I formed you with skillful care in your mother's womb before birth. All the parts of your body were made by me, and for that reason, all of them are precious. Now, listen to this, because I have something important to say to you. Your miracle, yes, the one you have been praying for, will happen. That supernatural sign you ever wanted will come into your life because I, your Father, will let my divine power loose when you least expect it. Do not, therefore, lose hope. Just believe in me. Your miracle is on the way. This is your moment. My child, this, your time. Let my presence be upon you like a garment of grace and strength. Let my divine power heal every cell of your body. Let my spirit flow through you, healing every part of you. Indeed, I know you've been crying out for an answer, a divine sign that would rub out your fears. Well, today marks the day your waiting is over, for I have heard your prayers. I bring a light in the darkness to snuff out every kind of doubt and fear in you. You have been strong through those storms. You have not cried in vain. That is why I am telling you, the time for harvesting has come. You are going to get your miracle, and my blessings will overflow toward you. The dark days are ending. Lift up your head and let go of the heavy burdens you carry, because I have set a feast before you. Even as your enemies watch, your cup shall brim with joy and plenty. I will lavish your heart's desires and dreams upon you. So be bold, my child. Move forward, and do not let anything around you cage you in. Do not let doubt weigh you down or the whispers of the adversary persuade you off the path. Keep your faith burning bright. Remember, I am the God of the impossible. With me, all things can be accomplished. That which seems to be out of reach will soon be yours, manifesting as your new reality. In that, I'm going to restore everything that's been lost. Broken areas of your life are going to mend and rejuvenate. Do not fear, my child. My love and might are more than any challenge you may face. Relax in my promise. Trust me with an open heart. For it is in that which I can do for your life that there is no limit. As much as you trust me completely, you will see doors opening, obstacles removed, obvious impossibilities standing vividly as proofs of my glory. So let the openness of your heart prepare a way for the miracle you have been expecting. Be surprised by my grace and my love. Invite me into all of your life, and let me shape it according to my perfect design. Trust that I am silently orchestrating every part of your story for a grand and meaningful purpose. Never forget, the miracle you shall see is not only yours. Don't keep to yourself the marvels I do in your life. When your miracle comes, let everyone know. Declare my strength in your life. Be a lighthouse of hope, and that vessel through which blessings, encouragement, and the like flow to those who may be waiting on their miracle. You are about to become that vessel through whom my love and power will work. Let me work through you and bring to all those who hurt, bring healing, comfort, and hope. Your story will be a shining star in the darkest of times, demonstrating to them that, with me, everything is possible, that my timing is perfect. You may not see how things are working out right now, but just rest on the fact that everything has a place under my sovereign hand. Now, do not give up or lose heart. My promises just don't look like they're working out at the moment. Be strong in faith and patient, for I am working your way to good, well-being, and happiness. Do not turn your eyes away from mine, nor from my word, nor from my promises. The things of this life are going to distract you. I am your loving Father, always ready to restore, heal, and bless you abundantly. Forget not, dearest soul, in me you have a leader, a counselor, and a comforter in every affliction. I will never forsake you but a moment. Forget not that I am always at your side, however long the road of waiting may seem or however dark the way. Forget not that all which you do with integrity and wisdom will prosper, for I am at your side to prompt you, to support you, and to confirm you. This is not an individual journey. Have faith in my promises and entrust them to no doubt. Do not give up if you do not see the results immediately. That miracle shall come at the perfect timing of mine, when you least expect it. Until then, walk with me in obedience and communion, knowing my love and grace are always with you. Amen. Come, my beloved, and lie down in isolation with me. In the quiet, we will uncover some wisdom and strength. Put aside these never-ending appeals on your finite time and splintered attention. Rather, draw back to a disciplined Sabbath, a time for physical and spiritual recuperation to reinstate wholeness and perspective that can only be regained in stillness. Now, silence readies you, even as the dormant seed holds the pledge of life's lush expression when seasons turn. I did create humans for the sacred seasons of retreat as well as outgoing occupation. Both in me find perfect balance. I myself retreated after mighty creative exertion, establishing this rhythm of work and rest that restores. So do not disdain your need of reprieve from crowded space and schedule strained by constant demands to perform, produce, and be available. Instead, respect my loving limits around your capacity. Designed to shelter sanity and protect the opportunity to disengage routinely from ravenous culture devouring your time of false necessity, thereby submit with all your heart to my gentle yoke and let it restore your soul. Day by consecrated day, here souls may quiet, unhurriedly commune with me beyond profane voices commandeering the consciousness, because spirit's subtle language needs unhurried space for impression. Then linger in nourishing quiet where chaos gives way to calm assurance, anchoring firmly to my intent for wholeness. Not demand for ceaseless output divorced from meaning, because as in any healthy system, cycles are honored, allowing sustainability. Then humans flourish by balancing work with replenishing withdrawal. There are simple seasonal strategies for regaining balance needed in chaotic times. Consider creation's dependable advance through day's variety, ever renewing. Reflect on the mighty ocean's ebb and flow, its dual rhythms model loving wisdom. So too your breathing flows inward for intervals of receptivity, then outward, powered for longer stretches of actively exerting my energy. You breathed in, therefore. There is correct pace and proportion between silence and speech, each affirming the other, not in conflict. You move with ease through quiet alignments of soul and body with strategic using of newfound power. Remember, when responsibility seems very heavy, that I wanted man regularly to withdraw to effortless enjoyment of my presence. Reopen old eyes of wonder to find glorious creation again. For a moment, release grown-up gravitas and let in childlike delight and laughter. Lay aside anxiety's constant planning. Be fed by laying your weight onto me as you eat simply and sleep soundly. It is in these smallest of moments that priorities are realigned from the accumulated complexities that drain vitality. A resilient life wisely integrates these rests, laying down false shame around rest. Wholeness comes from the acknowledgement of the integrated self, not from bowing as a cog that keeps wheels in constant motion. Share this video with up to 3 people, if you need God's presence. So, study my loving heart in patient seasons together. Enjoy family mealtimes around a home table. Observe too the natural realm's wise cycles, how vivid color signals necessary hibernation ahead. Consider busy creatures conserving through winter rather than vainly struggling on. Here leaves release in fall winds after bold transforming of sunlight into nourishment completes its course. Notice there, timely cycles of labor and rest and celebrations that recognize limits to the very strengths. Take your place inside of wise rhythms then, of rest and energy sustaining you in purpose. Remember your weekly day of common rest from commerce and labor. Make it holy, dedicating time solely to spiritual pursuits and loving community for 24 hours. Move outside of frenzied getting that quickly replaces eternal priorities through habit. Again, get connected to greater reality, based in worship, gratitude, and caring fellowship. Take back this holy rhythm regularly to realign your life around the shared hopes of my kingdom beyond yourself. Refuse to compromise. Let the precedent of your whole being take precedence over profits. In this holy cadence, find perspective and renewed vision to walk through the complex challenges ahead with faith and wisdom. My child, I called you day by day to stand against the subtle enticement of busyness whereby you so easily get entangled. The demands of this world are urgent and call for your interest, thus wanting to mold you into their image. You, however, shall set a boundary around that which would erode your spirit. Indeed, all works are good by themselves, but no work can be compared to the highest commandment of first loving me and then loving your neighbor. Come away with me into solitude and refocus on my kingdom. From that rest before my throne, examine with wisdom what has weight for eternity and what does not. Let holiness and wisdom be your view, not the hectic pace of a crazy culture. I have called you to walk in balance on the narrow way that leads to life. Choose only that which conforms with my purposes for you. Refuse anything that would compromise my values already written on your heart. Here in this quiet space with me, I will anchor your soul and order your steps right. Hearken unto my voice each day for guidance into all truth, that is grace and truth. Beloved, when the voices of fear and problem begin to mount to convince, then come now to me in your prayer. Squarely bring before me openly the cares and fears that press heavily upon your spirit, that I may meet with you in them. In my presence, the options multiply with power for addressing tangible dilemmas as you release the strained problem-solving into my hands. Rest in the stillness of trusting me overnight to transform unresolved tensions. I will renew your strength and perspective for fresh capacity come morning. Don't think of yourself above limitations that call you to retreat into the quiet of my refuge for direction. Even the most devoted servants burn out when they don't build in wisdom's work-rest rhythms. Aim for excellence through balance, not perfection through unbroken pursuit. For feverish ambition often cloaks pride and a regard for human praise, which I am opposed to. Observe humility with respect to personal weakness, but with boldness in my supplying all that you will genuinely need to complete your callings. Combine retreat with advance so that the journeys, completed in blocks of time in consecrated stillness, I have made ready come into being in your life. Your inner person is continually renewed. Therefore, establish proper boundaries with knowledge and stimuli that burden your senses. Resist the addiction to constant updates. Allow healthy suspense outside your control. Give full presence to those loved ones before you now, the only guaranteed moment for intimacy. Offer the first fruits of time and attention to stillness with me. It is in these souls that anchoring perspective finds a place where other voices confuse and distract. From this place of wisdom, tend well to all else calling your name. Dear one, guard the sanctuaries of family and home from the intrusions that steal serenity. Lay distractions aside to be together joyfully, bringing warmth with presence. Deal with disruptions in their times after defending special hours as holy. Some priorities rightly do require whole engagement, not shredded attention, diffused over virtual landscapes untouched by flesh. Relational bids deserve respect in scheduling and engagement of undivided awareness as one visits and actively listens. You can't meet every need that will come your way. So wisely unplug to truly love loved ones in front of you now. This season, tomorrow you will be serving others I bring your way. Today, don't let distant diversions dominate. Show your love strong through the gift of presence. These boundaries flow from wisdom, not selfishness. I lovingly crafted you for whole health through balanced engagement and retreat. I lovingly correct when you venture into extremes, wanting to save you the lengthened sorrows if left unattended. Reorient yourself with my original design as you assess your time talking versus listening, distraction versus presence, stimulation versus calm, work versus rest. What ratios feed your soul and produce good fruit versus quickening burnout? Look to the wisdom of those counselors I have given you that you cherish. In the noise and the silence, I am here with you, love, longing to share my heart with you if you will just listen beneath straining ambition. My best success and purpose for you are more than empty pursuits of lavish luxury or legacy, carved by human hands alone. Prosperity follows from the simple faithfulness of being led by my spirit day after day. Purpose is fulfilled through small seeds of service planted to bless others for eternity. This definition trusts the results to my grace. Schedule our alone time to feed roots now showing public fruit for my kingdom's multiplication. Your works prove already established dedication, not actions that try to prove worth. Fully rest in my unconditional love. Dear one, wisdom undergirds busy labor with quiet rest. Don't demonize every distraction, but do honor healthy boundaries that ensure soul care. Use tools strategically, but do not enslave yourself to a convenience that demands utter availability, erasing sacred lines around rest and relationships. Highly esteem quiet for gaining perspective. Sensitivity to my gentle guidance. Alternate patient, attentive listening with passionate truth-telling you have discovered in stillness. Modulate intensity by welcoming calming influences that temper extremes. Balance gravity with lightness, caution with courage, stimulation with peaceful order. Keep the rhythms in beat with creation's activity and rest times. Active investment and silent reception. Be blessed. First, consecrate times apart to know me intimately. Then pour into purposeful labor, equipped daily through our connection. May my delight so fill you that striving gives way to a satisfied soul, overflowing at perfect rest in my presence. Thus, you walk wisely with me. Moment by moment, give yourself to effective work governed by sacred intervals set apart to commune with me. From this place of wise rhythms and full nourishment, what you pour out vigorously into each calling will sweetly bless many for my glory. My child, be still before me, silence your restless mind, and know that I am God. I am ever present, though at times I may seem far away. Trust in my abiding love for you. It envelops you, though you perceive it not. Allow me to fill your silent spaces with comfort. In the stillness of your soul, hearken to my voice, for it comes as a still, small whisper to calm your fears and guide your steps. Do not despise the silence, for it is here I meet you and lavish my grace upon you. Seasons will come when either sorrows or trials plunge you into unwelcome quiet. Know that I understand the silence born of sadness weighs heavy on tender hearts. Take hope, beloved, for I see your tears, and I am acquainted with grief. At the right time, I am going to turn your ashes into crowns of beauty. Be comforted, not all of them are bitter, for some drop with the thrill of jubilation when my loving kindness surprises you. My compassion sprouts to water souls that have become like barren land. Though you walk in stillness-blanketed valleys, you need not fear evil. My rod and staff protect you in the dark seasons. Verse 8, dwell in me. Trust the light still shines through your eyes, perceiving only gloom. Have I not said? Consider the lilies how they grow. Courage. My child, the quiet nights of weeping always give way to joyful dawn. Stillness cultivates soil for growth. The silence makes room for their unfolding, so too for you, my beloved. Quiet seasons make the ground for character, faith, and strength for pressing on to be prepared within. Do not begrudge the waiting time, let patience flower. The vine must be trained to produce the harvest. Let my loving hands shape you in the dark where no eye sees. Then one day you will emerge transformed by grace, refined in those silent crucibles of the soul. You will shine all the brighter for having been formed in stillness. Has not my spirit hovered over darkened chaos and brought forth light, order, and life? Trust the one who stilled rolling seas with a word. I harness the wind and waves, they obey my voice. Rest under the shelter of the Most High, as storms surround you. Let my perfect peace rule your heart, so fear finds no toehold. Though the thunder roared, lie thou down and sleep, trusting in my sovereignty over nature and nations alike. None can gainsay my will. Be still in the raging storm, and watch my deliverance. Turn aside to me from the tumult without and within. Amid clamoring voices that drown reason, flee to the still sanctuary. Shut out the distractions and center thy mind upon things above. Turn your mind again to truth that orders your thinking. Take back those mad, lunatic thoughts bringing yet again inner turmoil into raving storms, and give them back to silence and to me, relying on my presence ever near. In letting rest confusing toil, my spirit brings order steadily to life, my soothing calm into being. Clear presence comes once more to fill the mind. The view from above sees everything working to the purpose of redemption. Work like a gardener to cultivate the fruit of wisdom in the quiet times. Go into silence again for a while to think. Withdraw from ceaseless activity, lest it rule you. Open space in which reflection and revelation can arrive as you ponder my word. Comprehend my ways. Develop discernment, grow insight, and nurture empathy that guides compassionate action in the quiet. Recalibrate your inner compass, and find the reaffirmation of priorities that reflect an eternal perspective. Balance contemplation with service, lest you drift to inertia. Let seasons of solitude prepare you for love displayed with meditation. Then comes the motivation to give selflessly. My spirit will direct your steps, opening doors to bless broken humanity. You do not need to chart the course, just make yourself available to need around you. Opportunities for kindness will find you. Dear one, silence guards the heart and mind from enemy encroachment. Refuse to entertain accusations or condemning whispers. Rebuke cruel lies. Replace them with my living truth. Take up my words in conflict with the lie. Quench the fiery darts with my certain declaration. What I have spoken, it is not in the enemy's power to refute. Stand strong upon this firm foundation. Victory is secure. But, my beloved, with the revelations as yet unfulfilled, be wise. Be judicious in your speech until the right time is appointed. Mysteries are understood in heaven's deliberation, and glories are hidden until readiness is finished. Leave the timing of their release up to me. I sense the conditions about revelation. It can breed confusion or disillusionment unless charged with proper maturity. Every wise mentor paces instruction to the student's capacity. So too I modulate disclosure. It is my nature to shield tender shoots from harsh exposure. Given too soon, my knowledge simply overloads eager souls. And ultimately, it breeds cynicism rather than awe. Timing is everything. Trust. I'll disclose hidden wisdom as you grow into someone proven fit for revelation. Our covenant friendship deepens in waiting. Rejoice in making much of me in ways hidden from human eyes, unless one has a sanctified one. Rest in light already given for the journey ahead. Sufficient light shines on the next step. Do not cause your mind to be renewed with what is veiled for later times, but with what is unveiled to feed on now. You in the midst of this day, my child, let reverent silence now open wide a holy space for awe and wonder in my presence. Restraint guards the sacred, keeps reverent to revelation. Refuse rash speech regarding eternal matters. Human words cannot contain glories far too vast. Breathe humble awe, not glibness, toward divine disclosure. Fools rush in with easy words, but wisdom grows with time. Easy words come cheap, but humble awe incurs a cost. Mere reams of empty speech make rusty dull the edge. Their too easy talk has taken all the pain. Their facile articulations pay too little price. The shallowness. Silence rides in the gallop of the tongue, ushering in holy fear at formidable realities that transcend earthbound thought. Stillness calibrates a posture to receive my mysteries, though heavens cannot contain me. In mercy, I choose intimate fellowship with creatures born of dust. Do not trample this grace by kicking up the dust with hurry and entitlement. River what I reveal in voiceless places, void of posturing, where we meet heart to heart. Listen, beloved. Hear only an echo of eternity sounding in the quiet. Hear, and let awe overtake you in my sheltering wings. The wise place the prize on quiet more than views, on clever words beginning to clamor for attention. Out of their stillness issues an invitation to the unknown and to life untouched by mortal hands. Oh, come near, beloved, come near in the quiet. Lay aside these insatiable demands that perpetually drain strength and scatter focus. Stop laboring in vain to satiate endless appetites with this AG. You were created for sacred seasons of stillness with me, but also for strategic sending into purpose. Therefore, steward time and energy wisely in balanced action and replenishment, which continues to sustain you through enduring storms. Avoid letting things carry you to extremes, where you are at times either in such isolation that you become inward, or so outwardly distracted that you become disconnected from my empowering presence. Rather, cycle quietly from reflection to the full engagement of your heart, each bearing the other to perfection. Here is where you are to walk the narrow path to abundant life in the ways your Creator has ordained. Do attune to the small whispers in the magnitude of silence that will anchor belief, shape character, and lead in paths of service. Reactionary roads are bumpers for popularity. Sensational byways are gauntlets of the grandiloquent with dangerous exits paved by the most strident doomsayers. Their fright generates decisions that are rushed and without faith, so that they almost always conclude in confusion and damage. So unplug from this titanic flow of voices and analyses pretending to be statements of fact. Filter the input and stop making assumptions. Then, apart from the den, meet me in stillness for context and wisdom that sees through polarizing smog with clear vision bathed in mercy and truth. Here, anchored perspective overrides distorted narrative. From the silence of clarity, your voice will speak in courage, your hands form in conscience, and your leadership press forward in patience and hope. Rediscover in the silence basic definitions of being, belonging, and meaning. You are my treasure, marvelously wrought in a purposive way to manifest me, not a random accident of an indifferent cosmos. In my foreknowledge, your being, belonging, and meaning were established before the churning of the first star in the heavens. And every moment since, I authored in my book, guiding you along paths for the fulfilling of redemptive call. If you want to listen to God's message and bring positive changes to your life, then subscribe to the channel. Your life unwinds, supernaturally fitted, shouldered by grace, adequate through trials. My strength eclipses your weakness, so do not be afraid to fail. Your highest goal is simply to be my child, not in great deeds or heaping possessions or kudos. For their true meaning resides in relationship, not things attained or acted performances for the approbation of others. Your identity forever finds its anchor in me. You belong through my blood before you ever show worth. Out of grateful intimacy, offer dignity through grace to family and strangers all the same, without expecting anything in return. There, jubilation spills over, so hush your heart, tired from all the fighting, and think about the anchors that undergird faith, whose voices are most loud in the inner spaces that tint perception. What kind of footings were cornerstone beliefs built upon that will dictate your response when the heat is turned up more regularly? Retreat to quiet places of prayer and scriptural wisdom that shape beliefs, values, and priorities for life in tune with my kingdom's way of being. This root system, deep in my ways and words, nourished by my spirit, then character shall stand, matured by the revelation. Wrapped in relationship, not merely to inform, but to transform heart and mind. Do not despair at the darkness, which eclipses the land through propaganda of fear and laws that are unjust, slowly normalizing the unacceptable. The darkest night yet gives way to dawn. My child, balance the cries of injustice with praise for my grace that rises to answer sufferings. Train your eyes, therefore, to recognize the glimmers of promise lying even in the midst of despair, blessing woven into the tapestry of sorrow. Look past present disappointments. I am at work to bulldoze the barriers that stand in the way of equity's coming. Stand with your feet on the solid rock of faith and take heart from my justice perfected in the long travail of history. I bring life from death, joy from grief, and healing to every ill. Goodness from evil's intention, trust my relentless love, pursuing creation's highest welfare. Though all around, disasters herald the end, stay anchored in my unshakable promises. For extremity signals an end. In the eye of the hurricane, recover strength to champion gentle justice by tearing down dividing walls with words of solidarity for outcasts. But before, first bend low, swallowing prideful ignorance that dismissal fed, indifference enabling exploitation. Lament cold attitudes normalizing systems that devaluate. Weep for dynamics perpetuating suffering from unthinkable cruelty. Between the times of friction and outspoken action, meet with me in stillness to nurture an empathy that listens before responding, that grasps nuance before demanding rigid conformity. My love emancipates without crushing lost souls and builds bridges that empower former enemies to extend mercy. It feeds relentless endurance to embrace the dawn of redemption. Guard this blazing love, a flame in your belly, from arrogance. Fan gentle flames of humility and kindness until old oppression bends to solidarity and equity kisses those once shunned, at last seen as kin. My child, traverse through all the landscapes of a world marred by the ruins of cruelty, and let a revolution blossom within you, a revolution that implores you to reflect and questions your convictions and prejudices. Quash the impulse that compels you to disdain those who seem unlike you without even knowing their stories or walking their paths. First, strive for a better integrity within than you expect from the world. Seek fairness, and let your eyes be free from the privilege that conveniently creates comfort for you at the expense of others. Mourn apathy and ignorance as the gatekeepers of oppressive systems. Then, remember, true transformation comes only by divine grace. Where prejudice has blurred your vision, let my divine intervention set in order things and pave the way for complete healing. Commit your relationships to be under the light of my redemption. As you strive to understand, go into places of discomfort. For it is in those spaces that trust is built and advocacy for the vulnerable will be born. Empathy, when coupled with action, then becomes a dynamic force for justice long denied. Listen to stories laden with pain, yearning for an audience respectful in ear and eye. Create spaces where sorrow can coexist with celebration, where dignity is restored to those from whom it was stolen. Embrace experiences diverse from your own to further sharpen your perspective and move beyond stereotyping. Spread media and language that lift up, which see the diversity of identity and background with humanity and respect. Turn from exploitation and support initiatives which give fair opportunities for growth. Reimagine social dynamics and policies which hamper the progress of the weak. Get personal practices that give a booster lift up to the weak. And courageously challenge any stronghold that places one above another. Deconstruct and rebuild the foundations that have supported marginalization. Turn neither eye to the disparities that exist, but take a step into spaces different from your own. But begin to understand how specific groups face special pains. And it is in such a time, through common ground beneath surface differences, that hope is birthed. Empathy and urgency giving birth to intercession, advocacy, and reconciliation. The farther the stride away from the false refuges of complacency, the rising of new horizons, a breaking forth revelation that can transfigure views which have been limited by the blindness of privilege. That which was formerly considered acceptable gives room to a renewed attitude, an awakened conscience that will not straddle the chasm of grave imbalance and inequality among my children. It is a divine stirring of discontent in you, provoked by my spirit's grief and a heart of passion. So holy impatience adds itself to the dichotomy of words and actions, constraining true faith to manifest in deeds based on prayer and uprightness. You, thus, become the embodiment of heaven's ideals here on earth, writing new laws of equity, mandating that the margins must have a place at every decision-making table, and beginning this cultural course correction today. You are at the crossroads. Will you choose comfort in the silence that tacitly sanctions injustice? Or will you take the courageous path of truth-telling despite its probable opposition? Will you take a position conforming to the status quo? Or is a radical realignment necessary to steer clear of the metaphorical rocks? You have got to leave your raft at home this time, the one you know how to paddle through life's rapids. Yet beyond these tumultuous channels, greater life awaits. What loss could compare to that of standing with the vulnerable against justice? Who has eluded them for so long? Go forth unapologetically across boundaries, a foot on the right side of Historia. But in this going, do not forget to go aside with humility. Be motivated in your doing not by pride but by love. When you come not with bombast but with solidity and care, not ego, but intimacy with me, should fuel each stride. It is not taglines that the frame of every act should be, but embedded truth. And not the blare of Gabriel's horn as you move from still waters into the fray, but carried only with the gentle guidance of my staff. Make level the craggy places, be still, allowing my captives to walk free of burdens and to hold their head up high. Slowly take apart the dividing walls and so expand the family circle, once held so close. Here, my kingdom is accomplished, founded by prayer and right perspective. I live energized in radical hope, rejecting despair and learned helplessness. If the groans of a world in the throes of rebirth come, I will not resign or get distracted. The sight will move me with a sense of responsibility to suffering, and I shall act with my conscience, called rightly. I remain balanced, not swayed by the extremity of crisis to either inaction or arrogance. Stay anchored in the reality of the given moment. Effect justice by responsible daily choices and by radical faith in victory already won. Totally secured, although to all appearances the opposite was the case. Keep despair away by hope in me, tenacious in the face of chaos. Keep at the center my loving righteousness, which rolls on inexorable and cannot be denied. Centuries of injustice severed, one from another, to one another I, overwhelmed, overruled, overturned, and pushed back into fairness. When the weariness from struggle sets in, find recovery in our quiet sanctuary far away from the clamor. And then go back into the arena, armed with the refreshment of an interlude well used. For the next, which will involve strategic acts not only of resistance, but of revelation and reconciliation. In this, the darkness shall yield to the dawning light. As you journey with me through time, let each moment be a crucible to transmute understanding into a thing that has the capacity to shape the world. Daily, times arise for work of grace or moments to bear another's burden, radiating soul. One has to be in a place to discern silence as consent versus when it is part of the spreading of harm. Your voice gives the strength and ability, need and required, to start healing conversations and span the gaps that separate us. From this, learn to rise above the complacent and speak truths that awaken and challenge. Dearest child, let us grow closer in love and faith. Click the Join button to be part of our community, where you will find special teachings and fellowship. Together, we shall strengthen your spiritual journey. Confront, in your own life, the privileges that have hindered the clear sight of others' struggles. Repent of the callousness that stopped you from seeing the remarkable survival skills within other people's trials and tribulations. Step out, time and again, from the unearned comforts built upon systems of injustice. Step bravely into understanding and empathy, and celebrate diverse paths and identities that find their origin in me. Cultivate a world that dismantles hierarchies of hoarded influence and resources, and empowerment for those whose voices are most silenced. This is the beginning of the justice the prophets promised. It will lead thee in the ways of the truth, if you let thy spirit overcome these. Be conscious of the reality of the oppressed and the reality your adversaries present in order to find similarities. Be steadfast in your values and beliefs, but never let that lead you to alienate others. Real peacemakers navigate the thin line between holding one's ground, yet at the same time being open. They fight what's wrong, and in the process, hope for redemption for everyone. After all, everyone, regardless of what they do, is created in my image and is, therefore, worthy of dignity. Sometimes, it's in silent moments that the truths about the world's strife become clearer. Strategies that honor await in these quiet spaces. Step back frequently into contemplation, where frustrations and challenges can be met in faith and intuition. Allow the quiet moments to go beyond reasoning and intellect, so that the sparks of insight could endure the currents of society. Be thoughtful in your view of when to move forward and when to stand against. Express deep regard for the vulnerable and seek to make enemies friends to accomplish common good. Here, my creation is always renewed. In this dance of growth and dedication, true transformation is born, order from chaos. So, in this high emerging, both your acts and no'nets are crucial. From loud proclamation to quiet waiting in the silence, all fuel a revolution of hope and transformation. Love fills my soul, my cherished child. For you to be filled with the same unlimited love that overflows me is what my deepest heart desires. While the world is full of mysteries, let there be no doubt that you are absolutely precious. Life is a gift, and time is not invaluable. I wish you to embrace the fullness of the blessings of being alive, to realize the richness in just breathing, feeling, thinking, and being. Marvel at the creativity within you that allows you, yes you, to perceive beauty and ponder mysteries. Share your light and share your creative gifts. Many times making the world just a bit brighter for others. Share your talents freely. You wish for greater success, strength, and prosperity. And I understand these are deep longings. I know the yearning in your heart. Trust me. I desire to give you these things in my time, but true success and power come with the development of wisdom, patience, and humility. With silent reflection, may you hearken for my voice in the direction of thy life. Learn to find joy in simple moments. Let patience and trust in my timing bring you peace. I see the changes made, good ones, and the steps taken in faith and courage, changes that warm my heart and show me that you are maturing beautifully. All the more am I overjoyed, then, if and when you come to me sincerely. Being connected to me will feed your soul in times of trouble and in triumph. I am always close by, patiently waiting for you to come to my wisdom and my grace. Stay vigilant with the faith you have today. It may be the light in dark moments. Think of my promises and find strength in my great love. Hope for the future I have prepared for you, with blessings beyond what your imagination can hold. The path of this life may not be easy, but with the faith in me, you shall come victorious over all adversities. I will give you the strength you need. Guard the blessings I have released upon you. Use your freedom to choose wisely to manifest choice in wisdom and compassion. But remember, with freedom place the responsibility and consider the consequence before you act. Guide others in your deeds. Become a hallmark of hope, humility, and living light. Do not compare yourself to any other, nor covet their blessings. I have commissioned upon you your unique blessings as a godly appointment. Discern your gifts, do not imitate. You are beautiful in your own making, my unique creation. Value yourself. Walk with huge passion and purpose. Seize each day I have given. You will never see me, for I am here every day. Do not waste time in idleness, for there is much good to be done. With commitment and courage, great things for the betterment of all can be achieved. I will be by your side, providing guidance, love, and support. Be kind and forgive. Do not let bitterness make you hard. Let the fury out of your heart concerning everybody who has hurt you. And remember that the sky of a wound is slowly being healed with time by forgiveness. I know this is the hardest thing, but believe me, I will help you develop compassion. I want your heart to be filled with my love, unconditional love alone. Last but definitely not least, your family is one of the best presents you have. Shower them with kisses. In trying moments, console them, in joy and gladness. Be happy with them. Show them that your love binds you together, for it is with love that family ties are forged. I have also given you friends. Learn to appreciate their loyalty. Be grateful for all the friends who truly accept you. Friends feed the soul and raise and boost the spirit. Apply only toward friendships that are positive. Negate the ones based on negative feelings. Choose wisely the people to allow close to your sacred inner circle. Keep your body as a temple. Rest your mind with the help of prayer and thought, as well as quiet sleep. Good health is one of the greatest treasures, so safeguard it diligently, yet accept your limits patiently, trusting that I will sustain you. Pause often to look upon nature's beauty, for nature brings life back to the soul. Look in wonder at creation's marvel. No mortal ever could comprehend it all. Feel me in the touch of a flower, the power of mountains, the force of the seas. Treat this earth with respect, for its nature holds holy surprises for all living. Never are you alone, never far from my love. If loneliness overtakes you, just call my name and feel my warm embrace. If confusion should cloud your vision, step back into the quietness with me. If the tension of life drains you, and everything seems an effort, it's time to back off and let your spirit revitalize. My spirit is there to guide you, never far from restoring your heart. Walk, yes, with courage into yon brilliant future that I have designed publicly for thee. Keep me close, and I will show you the wonderful things I have in store for your life. You hold an eternal light of safety and unconditional love. Believe in my word, because my promises are eternal and do not waver. Trust in my forever love, and happiness will shine upon your every step. The light within you will be eternal and never go out. Though storms may rage and adversaries gather, your inner fire continues to shine. Shine bright. This light comes not from mortal means, but from the divine spark I have placed inside you. Let my words kindle the flames of hope, faith, and love. Fan these flames through prayer, scripture, and fellowship with others who nurture your spirit. Together we will weather life's tempests. Fear seeks to smother your light. It whispers lies, that you are too weak, too flawed, too far gone. Yet, I say unto thee, my child, that all is a lie. No power in heaven or earth can reduce your worth or break our bond. So take heart and stand tall. Yea, though you walk through the valley of the shadows, fear no evil. My rod and staff shall comfort thee. I prepare a table before you, even as your enemies look on. Your strength sustains me. O my delight, it shall have to be endured. But you are purposed for this very thing, for victory. Cleave unto me with adversity, and I will lift you. Yes, you shall stumble, but you shall not be overwhelmed. My strong arms lift you and shield you. I have spoken. I know my thoughts of you, thoughts of victory and a future with hope. My living water flows freely to refresh your soul. Come to the well and drink deeply. Whenever burdens weigh heavy, I will renew your spirit day by day. You only need to ask, and I will fill you to overflowing. My perfect love, that casted out fear, abided in thy heart. Let it so flow to the souls of all those about thee. Share my hope and light with him who 60th in darkness. Your words and actions can ignite divine sparks in other souls. Though invisible forces are working against you to destroy your good, be comforted that my angels encamp around you. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Sorcery, spells, witchcraft, any of these have no power over a child of God. So now, declare it boldly. I conferred my authority upon you. What you bind on earth is bound in heaven. The enemies that come to kill, steal, and destroy, the enemies are fleeing at the mention of my name. Use my name as a sword and shield. Victory is sure. Today, your chains are breaking. The despair that once weighed you down is being lifted. Dark memories that haunted you are fading into oblivion. The past can no longer hold you captive. Behold, I am making all things new. Wipe your tears away. A new sun rises over your life. Its warm rays shall nourish dreams once frozen by doubt and fear. What was dormant will now bloom in startling beauty. Come out of hiding. Do not be tied to darkness, living in your corners. You are called for much more. Unshackle your mind and fling open your heart. Your destiny stands before you. I have called you by name. You are my dear child in whom I am well pleased. Nothing shall separate us, not height nor depth, angels nor demons, past regrets nor future uncertainty. My love toward you is unshaken, my promises unbreakable. Come to me with open hands. Together we will celebrate the impending victory I have prepared for you. It will be beyond your wildest dreams. The windows of heaven are open. Your faith has unleashed showers of blessing. That which I have spoken will come to pass. My words are spirit, and they are life. Trust me fully. Though your natural self may scream hopelessness, choose trust in my supernatural power. Guard your heart from pride. When I bless you abundantly, remember always the source of your prosperity. Use it humbly to lift others up. Freely you have received, now freely give. I am pouring out spiritual gifts that you might be a light in the darkness. Use these gifts, not to exalt yourself, but for the glory of my kingdom, to share my love, to build my church, to point others to salvation. Study my word hidden in your heart. Be amazed at the miracles done by ordinary people who exercised extraordinary faith. The same power which parted seas resides inside you. Nothing is impossible to those who believe. You are my vessel through whom divine things are worked out. Dwell close to me always by prayer and thanksgiving. I will overflow you with supernatural strength, wisdom, and discernment. Together we will silence the lies of the enemy. We will cast down strongholds of fear and hopelessness. We will become a beacon of hope unto the lost, weary, heavy burdened. You will rise from every fall. Trials are but preparation for triumphs to come. Stay anchored in my love. Listen for the whisper of my voice that reassures you. You are never alone. I am not going to leave you as orphans. You will not be bereft of comfort. It is time now for your breakthrough. Prepare to tell your stories of miracles. Ahead of you, there is light and life. But first, we walk through this valley together. I go before you, preparing a way. I am the way, the truth, and the life. Jubilation and jollity are in my presence. Come, just as you are. You don't have to wait until you are perfect. My perfection will fill the breaks that are in you. In all of your weaknesses, my grace is sufficient. Lay down heavy burdens into my able hands. Take my yoke upon you, for my yoke is easy and light. In me you will find rest for your souls. Sit at my feet and be filled. Yes, the world is going to shake you, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. In me, you can go forward in confident hope. Really good things are ahead, my child. I know that recently. Life has been pretty tough. The burdens on your shoulders feel so heavy. Your legs tremble under their weight. Your heart is gnawing with the ache of loneliness. Your mind is racing, beating out struggles to quiet itself. Even in sleep, I see you. Beloved, I know your pain. Too long have you depended only on your own strength. You have fiercely believed that independence means handling everything alone. Ah, my brave one. Even the strongest need rest. Even those most capable need help. Sometimes you don't need to carry these burdens by yourself anymore. I am here for you. I have always been here and have waited patiently to have you embrace me. My arms are still open wide. You need only step into them to feel the warmth and safety of my love. I can understand why you would hesitate. Your spirit has been wounded before. The ones you trusted broke those promises and left you with a feeling of betrayal. The hard way. You learned that vulnerability only leads to deeper hurt. So you worked on fortifying your heart, building up impenetrable walls around it, and purposed in your heart to need no one. Ah, but my child, with me, you don't have to fear vulnerability. My loyalty will never prove faithless. To you, I am immovable in my commitment. You can trust me with your tender heart. You can rely on my strength when yours runs out. Come, you weary soul, and rest a while with me. Lay down the weight of self-reliance, and let me bear your burdens. For just a moment, your striving and busy activity, be still and know I am here. Feel the tranquility of my presence enveloping you. Feel it sink into your skin, seep into your muscles, flow through your veins. Let my peace be part of you. Listen. Can you hear the soft whisper of my voice? It strokes your ears like the soft breeze that stirs the leaves of your innermost thoughts. It enfolds you like a soothing melody, quieting the racing mind and calming the trembling heart. Just breathe and listen. Let my voice be that melodic line, easing your soul. My words bring healing to my child. Allow them to flow freely through your mind and take root in your heart. and they will grow into an unshakable sense of hope and faith. They will wash away the hurt and bitterness that have infected your spirit for too long. They will turn struggle into promise and heartache into joy. But it all begins with you, opening yourself to receive the fullness of my presence. It invites me deeper into the innermost chambers of your heart, where tremendous beauty and immeasurable pain reside. Will you open every shattered piece to me so I can do the work of healing? For I tell you, dear one, you deserve only the very best because you are mine, not because of what you have earned or proved worthy of. No, I knit you together in your mother's womb, fashioning you after my very own image. Deep in your soul, I implanted dreams and desires. I gave you gifts and talents to share with the world. Everything good in you comes from me. So walk in freedom, not driven by the necessity of proving your worth. Don't fall prey to the lie that your worth is found in productivity and achievement. Stop trying to impress and please the people. It is absolutely an empty pursuit. It is empty and hollow. Your need for praise and approval will come from me alone. Already, I am proud about you. I am pleased in you. And my pleasure in you will never fade away, since my love carries no conditions or limits. Believe it all through your bones, and that will transform the way you look at yourself and your dealings with others. Now, come, take my hand. Together we'll begin again. The missteps and failures of your past will be swallowed up in the greatness of the future I have prepared for you. The times when love ran dry and the light within you dimmed will fade into distant memory as my spirit renews your heart each morning with fresh hope. Step forward in faith, my child. Ahead, the way may seem uncertain, but with me leading, I will light your path. What is there to be afraid of? I know the plans that I have in store for you, plans for you to flourish in my joy, to prosper in my purpose, and to walk in my power. What an adventure. So, chin up, square those shoulders, take a deep breath in. The heaviness of yesterday falls away, exhale by exhale. You're moving into a brand new day, chapter, and you. All that awaits in these unsymbolized pages is only goodness and mercy. So, the world really needs your light. Are you ready? Now come, let us go step by step. You and I, together, always together. My dear child, this has just begun. Every step we take is one that will bring us closer to the bright future I have in store for you. Just now, the way may wind through dark valleys and up steep mountainsides. At times, the climb will exhaust your limbs and try your spirit. But remember, I know the way, and I will help you scale the summits. My hand will steady you as we descend into shadowy valleys. My living water shall refresh, strengthen you when weariness comes your way. I will be your constant companion every step of the journey. When doubts come around to visit, bringing in fear and hesitation, don't let them find a foothold in your heart. Cast them immediately into my light where all darkness is dissolved. My perfect love casts out all fear. Now, if you abide in me and walk in trust and obedience, then there is nothing you need to fear. I will uphold you by my righteous right hand. Holy angels encamp around those who revere my name. Share this video with up to 3 people. If you need God's presence, as we walk, want me to know what it is that you want, dream with me. Spare none of the details, for I will craft the desires of your heart into a dream that will fulfill us. The desires I stirred in you are but a fraction of your destiny. So be emboldened to stir these coals. Fan them into a flame. Let them illuminate your path, that you keep moving toward your divine destiny. If you get angry from your pressure at the frustrations of side trips or waiting rooms, hold my hand tighter. Stay patient and remain hopeful, even if the journey seems to never end. All things will unveil themselves according to my perfect time and plan. What seems to be a wandering and randomness is, in fact, so carefully put together for your good. Every step is meaningful. Do not compare your journey to that of anyone else. For I have appointed each soul a unique, tailor-made path, carefully matched to their gifting to draw them very close to me. Comparing only leads to discontent with your calling. Keep your eyes fixed on the road ahead, asking me each day for strength and guidance, to go the distance. When tiredness causes your shoulders to droop and your stride to slow, stop and lay your head a while in my lap. Tell me your thoughts. Unburden the load you carry. I know of loneliness, dismay, and fatigue. In human weakness, you will find no disfavor in my eyes. Give me your burdens, and my peace will restore your soul. Though the journey be long, take solace. Though that your end is secure, I've made a room in eternity where you will reign with me. Until then, following me faithfully, one day at a time. Even slow progress will bring you closer to the finish on earth. I am never far from you. In eternity, we are always together, wrapped in the wonder of who I am. You hang on to this, child. Real confidence grows from the fountain of a soul that is watered by me. All other strategies for conjuring up belief in oneself become limp when the going gets tough. But who you are in me withstands all of life's catalysts. When your confidence gets shaky, remember who I am for you. I have formed your innermost self, and I declared you were mine. You are not status and performance. You're loved and accepted because you're mine. In me, you never fail. Think on these things until my very thoughts become yours. The doubt of self grows near, looking for the cracks through which maybe it will enter your very soul. When such odious meanderings rise up within, seize them and make them subject to truth. Proclaim my words until doubt is driven out, for my spirit testifies with reassurance into the depth of your being. Dark whispers are drowned under living waters which flow from my throne. If pride comes when success arrives, nip it quickly. Transfer praise to the giver, for every good gift comes from my hand. When humility is that which navigates your attitude, confidence will be founded upon the rock, for pride, as a herald, goes before destruction. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. Proverbs 4:23, NIV. Place no value in what someone does or has, but don't search for your worth in the eyes of others. Earthly comparisons shift like sand. Only my view is constant. In times of striking inferiority, remember your royal heritage. You are of my making, my child beautiful and beloved. I clothed you with an aura of dignity and nobility. Nothing can decrease your intrinsic worth. Hold your head high, not as one who is proud, but in humble honor of whom I designed you to be. Bring the wounds of the past that continue to plague you into the light of my healing love. You know that they run deep, but I am able to restore all that has been broken. At the sound of my name whispered over the damaged places, feel my spirit bring you refreshment and renewal. Be made complete. When failures or setbacks whittle away at your sense of identity and value, come to me, for I define you. And your worth has no bounds in my eyes. No mistake or lack can change the way you appear to me. It is safe to completely relax in the knowledge that I will never love you less. Others may try to know you, but I alone understand all of the intricacies of your being. I know things about you that even you cannot fathom. So when you are misunderstood, bring that aching heart close to mind. I want to take you just as you are. You needn't pretend with me. When rejection stings, pour out your hurt to me as a caring friend. I'll listen without judgment. My comfort and companionship will help soothe the ache of not being wanted. For I want you to know you are particularly wanted and needed by me. You have a place of vital purpose in my kingdom. Never believe the great deceiver who calls you worthless. His lies stand in stark contrast to how I created you with infinite care. Dismiss those false accusations. You are treasured by me beyond measure. My cross bears eloquent testimony to your immense value. My love, our walk together has been through many seasons. Up to this time, We have climbed sunlit mountaintops and gone through dark valleys. Your faith is proven through the fire, your courage strengthened through battles won. Each day is the day of new decisions. Will you walk in trust or give way to fear? Will you embrace my will or cling to your own? Your decisions shape the landscape around you. Sow wisely, and you will reap abundantly. When provoked, choose peaceful responses. When you return curses with blessing, as I taught you, for anger feeds only more destruction, and grace gently invites me into the conflict to bring redemption. Not an easy task in your own strength, often it overpowers. But my Spirit enables you to overcome evil with good. Yes, at times you shall stumble. Do not let failure discourage you from trying over and over, for the depth of my mercy is much greater than the height of your sin. I forgive totally those that really come out clear. Let not embarrassment really keep you in the past while I have prepared new mercies for today. If there is one thing that keeps you really burning worry within you, look at the birds in the air that do not sow, yet are fed by their Maker. How much more will I provide? My child, seek first my kingdom, rest in me, and you shall find manna for your journey. Look to me for provision, but don't demand it in impulsive, reaching ways nor hoard it for greedy motives. Once given, freely you have been given, now freely give. My love overflows in you. If you feel lost amid the noise and chaos, draw back into stillness with me. If you are weary of striving, come and find rest in my presence. Though dark forces conspire to cause you harm, take comfort that my angels encamp around you. No weapon that is formed against you shall prosper. At times, your unwholesome desires will tempt you, but you do not need to follow where they lead. Every thought that fights against you must be captured. Refocus your mind on things noble, praiseworthy, and ask my Spirit to help strengthen your self-discipline against harmful appetites. Transformation begins from the inside. Let me renew your mind. It's time to be brave and to stand in faith. This is a new day. This, the very first day. The failures of yesterday are now behind you. What I have spoken over your life will be accomplished. Keep up with my Spirit. Say goodbye to your doubts, your fears. Say yes to my call. Your great release has come. A path has been prepared especially for you. It is going to take great courage and stamina, as good paths generally don't bring much growth. Then my presence will be your companion in everything you do. Soon, you will look back over this path with amazement. For those adversities that once seemed insurmountable will be gates to growth. For now, you see through a glass darkly. But one day you will clearly see the beautiful pattern of fleshing out of my ideas for your life. Then you will see my handiwork in every season that is past, for I make trials to triumphs. Fare forward in faith. My vision transcends yours. Love, our journey has taken us through yesteryears eternally behind you, while there seems no end to the horizons before us. You need not ponder the seasons that were gone. Every morning presents an important choice, to follow the path I have laid down for you. Say goodbye to the sorrows and regrets of the past. The future is calling. Take it by the hand with your act of faith. I see inside you wells yet unopened courage, compassion, creativity. My Spirit stirs these gifts to life even when your eyes cannot yet perceive them. Do not judge yourself for what you are not. Rather, nurture gratitude for what you are and step boldly toward what you will become. For I am transforming you in ways beyond your sight. Yes, you will misstep often as we walk together, but repentance opens the door for restoration. I forgive always, forever, for the truly penitent. Do not remain ashamed, for so readily do I show mercy. I have grace enough to lift you to a higher place than where you were before you fell. Yea, take it now. Yea, surely there shall be the tests of faith. But do not fear, for I provide for those whom I call. You only have to hold fast to me through the storms and to take each step. trusting that my presence goes before you. It is in calling upon my name that my righteous courage rises up within you. You will overcome every season. Walking with me holds treasures meant just for you. But be aware of this. Some gifts ripen only through patient waiting, trusting my timing. Though the road seems long, other fruits sprout through storms that shake and soak the earth. Now both water and light are needed. Embrace each season I ordain. My design bears exquisite fruit. Your mind races ahead compulsively, plotting strategies and seeking control. Anxious thoughts jostle like unruly sheep, refusing the shepherd's voice. This agitation squanders peace. Therefore, discipline your thoughts to the present. Take difficulties as they come. Do not, in your imagination, add those yet unborn. My grace is sufficient for the day. Thankfully, take it as it is now. Tomorrow shall take care for itself. Thou art so much afraid of the unknown future, and thou dost meditate upon the strange past. But I bid thee come into the present, where thy destiny unfolded step by step. Yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's concerns obscure the perception of the gift that is called today. You think life will start at some future date, overlooking the fullness up under your nose. So, wake up to the now. It's here you will find me already at work, inviting you to join. Yes, seasons will shift along our journey. Winter will always melt into spring, yet my faithfulness persists through every fluctuation. I am never asleep nor sleeping. My presence will never wane. Uncertainty of life cannot annul my purposes nor vacate my promises. It is on these immovable pillars that you shall find support when the winds of adversity beat hard upon you. Love simplicity, for it is in an overcrowded soul that the burdens of life become, through their own accumulation, impossible to bear. Parry away the non-essentials so that what is truly important stands out in strong relief. The world just keeps pedaling faster and faster, but you thirst for meaning, and meaning doesn't reside in things. It resides in presence. My presence permeating you, your presence blessing others. So do not be restless. Receive the stillness of contentment, for you are never without anything that you need. My darling, I have not taken back what I promised you. Although the full revelation seems slow in coming, what I have spoken will happen in its time. Therefore, until then, live in the sufficiency already provided to you this very day. Let each morning rise to your feet in thanksgiving, embracing my new mercies. Tend not to the unknown future, neither lament your current condition. Purpose and meaning are now. Thus, take this moment as given to you by me. Provision for tomorrow is stored in my storehouse. Today's blessings accomplish what is required of you. Share this video with up to 3 people. If you need God's presence, amen.